Bite dust. Bite dust.
Hello.
Ghibli,
Hey, what's up?
congratulations on getting first.
I know, I'm so excited because it's like the first time I've ever gotten first. Well, maybe the second time. But
Let me switch over to the scene.
hold
It
on.
looks like you still haven't updated your creature tag.
Hold on, I am not hearing you. Let me figure out what's going on.
Can you hear me now?
Fine.
Hello?
Is it not going to speakerphone?
Why is it not going to speakerphone? Oops. Hello?
I need to be able to hear you,
Can you hear
and
me?
it's not letting me.
You don't hear me.
Well, I hear you, but I have to have the phone up to my ear. I'm trying to figure out why I can't just go to
Speakerphone.
speakerphone.
You gotta figure out how to go to speakerphone.
Figuring this out. It's getting here.
We're almost there. I can feel it.
Okay, that's not it.
That wasn't it though. We're almost there though. Just a few false starts.
You what?
You got it?
What'd you say?
Do you have it? Do you fix it?
No, not yet. Let me just put my earphones in. Probably
Okay.
super simpler. Why do I have to go and change all the settings on this game, on this app all the time? Okay, well, I said it'd be super simpler, except for my phones are all tangled up in my keys. We're good.
You
Let's
got
go.
it?
And there, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. I can hear you.
Yeah, so I was saying you still haven't updated your Fujitech icon thingy.
I can't get back onto my computer.
Oh, you can't. You don't have like a picture you can use on your phone or something?
I could probably use one on my phone, except I can't like put it on my. Hold on, let me try.
We're figuring things out.
Change profile. Change picture. Upload an image. Yeah, here we go.
Here we go.
You know that you control me. Guilty self-affliction. Prey on me when I'm lonely. And I'm your willing victim.
Okay.
My friends already told me, but I don't wanna listen. 'Cause I love the way you hold me. And I don't need a reason. 'Cause I don't wanna be.
There we go. Okay.
You did it?
Oh, and then I gotta hit save.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I had to save. I had to save. Okay, there we go.
Alright, let's see. How do I enable Fujitech? Here it is. Enable. What do we got? It's like a sunset or something.
Yeah, it was whenever the Aurora Borealis came down to like my area.
The Aurora Borealis.
Mm-hmm.
Localized entirely within your kitchen?
In my kitchen?
Yeah, it's a meme.
Oh yeah, obviously I haven't seen that one yet.
Do we have time to see it? Let's see. Aurora
But yes,
Borealis.
it was apparently in my kitchen. So I have to kind of tell on myself.
Alright.
Yesterday, I almost killed the governor of my state.
That's sounds bad.
I know. I was in a bigger town than what I normally am, and I
Okay.
didn't know where one of the food establishments was that I was supposed to be eating at, so I was following my friend,
Okay.
and these two SUVs got in between us, like to where I was freaking out because I couldn't see my friend's car.
Okay.
So I was trying to stay like close enough to her to where I could be able to turn when she turned.
Yeah.
And then this other like SUV tried getting in between me and the SUV that was in front of me, but I was already freaking out because I couldn't see her car. So I'm like giving him this look like, why are you trying to like cut me off? And they turned on their emergency lights and I was like, oh, it's a cop. So I slowed down. And then I saw my friend's car, a couple, like 3 cars up, and she turned right. So I turned right, and so did the 3 SUVs in front of me. And then she turned right again at the eating establishment because it was like right there. Well, apparently the governor also likes eating at this eating establishment because he turned right into the same parking area but there were two entrances. So there was one like close to the road that we were on, and then one like a block back and further like towards the sunset.
Okay.
And the sun was in my eyes. So I go ahead and turn into the first driveway, and I go to park, and this guy runs in front of me with like an orange traffic cone. And I was like, why are you running in front of, like, I was trying to figure out why he was running in front of me. So I slowed down, and then I stopped, and then I saw my friend's car, and I was like, okay, she's parked here, we're good. And I go to park in the next parking spot up, and the guy that ran in front of me with the orange cone was like trying to tell me to stop. He put his hand out to stop. So I'm like halfway in the parking spot and halfway in the parking lot.
Okay.
And then he goes ahead and waves me forward, like, yeah, go ahead and park. And this guy gets out of the SUV that had parked like right next to the parking spot that I was trying to park in. And it was the governor. And he like stepped right out in front of my car as I'm trying to park. And so I slammed on the brakes and tried not to hit him. And I was like, I am so sorry. I was just trying to get some ice cream. I almost ran over the governor.
Did you get the ice cream?
I got the ice cream. And that was a whole nother story because the governor's wife's Secret Service person apparently thought that I was trying to like assault his wife because I was stepping up behind her in line. And I'm like, I just want some ice cream. That's all I wanted was just ice cream. But I got too close to her, and so he like walked up beside me and he was like, you need to step back, ma'am. And I was like, okay. It was such a weird day. I didn't know that it was the governor's wife because I'd never seen her before. I just seen the governor.
Yeah.
We're good.
Here's the Aurora Borealis thing.
Do you have it on your screen?
You
What?
know, these hamburgers are quite similar to the ones they have at Krusty Burger.
Oh, no. Patented Skinner Burgers. Old family recipe.
Hang on, let me
4
skip
steamed
forward.
hams.
Okay, around here.
Yes.
Yes.
Just
Good
kidding.
time was had by all. I'm pooped.
Yes, I should be. Good Lord, what is happening in there?
Aurora Borealis.
Aurora Borealis. At this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely within your kitchen.
Yes.
So that was it.
Wow.
Okay, so today we're playing this game called Date Z, which I guess is you have to go on a date and there's a zombie apocalypse, maybe? I think that's the premise.
Okay.
So Jubilee obviously is going to do all the voices of every character in the entire game. And I'm just going to sit back and relax.
I sound really loud on your Twitch.
Do you? On my meter, it looks like we're both hitting the same levels, which is minus 10 decibels from max.
I sound kind of like I'm peaking because it's like crackling in my ear.
Well, I think it's because your mic, like when you use your headset mic, it's always peaking, and then I lowered a little bit so that it hits 10 decibels, which is my aim. Look at that, her butt's on his face.
You need to share your screen with me because I was
Oh.
looking at the screen, the Twitch thing, but
yeah,
it's like delayed.
I forgot to share my screen.
Okay.
Sorry about that. But that means in a few seconds you'll see her butt on his face.
Okay. Oh, yay, that's exciting.
Let's see. Screen share. There we go. You got it now?
Okay, yes, I see Date Z.
Okay. And I go back into the game. I think once you get... Yeah, here, see? Here's her butt and his face.
Oh. Okay.
Because clearly she fell over.
Are
or
you sure
something.
this is Twitch appropriate?
English. Don't skip cutscenes. Oh, let's do windowed. Oh no, let's do borderless. That's what I want. Borderless, not windowed. Maybe lower the master volume a bit, I guess. So I can turn
There
this
we
back
go.
up.
The music volume can also... Oh, well, I get... It says dialogue volume, so I have a feeling they're going to be reading.
We'll see about
Unless
that.
you want to turn the dialogue, unless you want to turn the dialogue volume all the way down.
Let's see. Here you go. You guys start reading. Oh, you missed.
It is March
something.
23rd, 2015, Monday, 6:47 a.m. A school day.
A rat infected with what will become known as the necrolytic pathogen has escaped into Massville High. By Friday, March 28th, 2015, the first serious outbreak will occur. Massville High is the high school you attend. Whether you survive this coming outbreak depends on the choices you make in the next 5 days. In the end, there's only one way out of this situation alive. Is it to go on lots of dates? You must get yourself a date by Friday. I knew it.
Well, there you go.
Hang on, I gotta resize your icon in Fujitech a bit.
Okay. Why does Discord change their platform so often? 6:47 a.m. The alarm clock in your room does its best to keep you from missing your first day of school. The radio is a present from your mom. It's a clock radio, something she still thinks of as cool.
Cool.
A smooth and oddly smoky feminine voice slides out of your radio.
We're gonna fall in love with the radio now.
Okay. Salutations and good morning, Massville High. It's 6:47 on this crisp Monday morning of the rest of your life. A new school week is starting, and we have a few groovy transfer students joining the herd today.
Wait, 6:47. Who the heck sets their alarm for 6:47?
He didn't set it, he just heard the noise that's the voice coming out.
No, but it beeped also, right? To wake him up.
Mm-mm. Well, maybe.
That's you.
I don't know.
One of the groovy transfer students joining the school day mid-semester. Mid-semester and mid-hour is when we set our alarm clock.
Let's show them a traditional Massville High welcome. Some light hazing and a general indifference. Oh, that sounds fine. This is Oriana Graves coming to you from Massville High's own pirate radio station, Free Radio MH, 96.3 on your dials in a 5-block radius around campus.
As if it wasn't weird enough that the school was built on an old Air Force base.
Now, cool cats, I've got to stop giving you all the scoop on a daily drive so I can make sure I can make it to class. The rest of you should do the same. A sleepy head ends up dead.
The way she hits the word dead sends a shiver down your spine. You check the clock, 6:50. Classes start at 7:30, so there's actually time for some more shut-eye. What do you think? Should we get up or should we hit the snooze?
Oh, hit the snooze.
Something about what the girl on the clock radio said gets inside your head. You can't sleep. You roll out of bed.
You're gonna get up anyway.
Well, because we don't want to end up dead, right? Sleepy heads end up dead.
Right.
Your clothes set out already. You're able to be on your way in only about a minute. You spend a few more making sure you don't look like you just rolled out of bed. Now it's time to meet the other students. Your first period is waiting F101 in room A15, French class. Oh, this will be your expertise, Jubilee.
Mm-mm.
You can help us.
I don't know any French.
The French minigame. Massville High, a school built on an old military airbase. The buildings, the dorm you just left, and just about everything else are renovated military buildings. Built in 1942, Massville Air Base was a technician field for the Pacific Northwest. The military closed it down in 1993. In 1998, the land was leased from the federal government, making use of previously unattended and dilapidated military air bases infrastructure. Massville High was founded. So this is all background to explain why there's going to be like a million guns in the school, right? When the zombies come.
Sure. And I'm gonna eat some pistachios.
Some of the buildings look quite normal. However, at the center of the campus, the old control tower stands up in the fog like a lighthouse. It feels like someone
and a control tower so you can be able to see what's coming.
Yeah, it feels like someone is watching you from it as you make your way to class. There you go, you're the French teacher. Make sure your French accent
Bonjour,
is...
mon bon monsieur. L'enfer c'est la trace.
Yeah, hell is other people is what she's quoting. I've only had a few semesters of French. Bonne journée. Bonjour, professeur. Tu es faible et un ver. You are weak and a worm? Salut, madame. Comment ça va? Hello, madam. How is it going?
Bien. There are days when I become quite confused being surrounded by so many handsome young men. Oh dear.
I'm gonna make out with the teacher. Hang on, I gotta fix my my VTuber's leaning forward too much, I think. Hang on. It looks like I'm too anxious to go on a date with this woman. There we go.
You would. It's teacher.
Huh?
You're the new student. Choose your seat. I might suggest...
Madame Bouvier, the French teacher, she comes off very French, which to a young man like yourself generally means confusing and oddly sexually charged. See?
Exactly.
She points to a specific seat.
Trust me, mon beau. This is the one.
Something in her eye lets you know she's not joking. It's probably the fact that she's the teacher. So you sit. As the students start to trickle in, the teachers start her introduction.
Salut, je m'appelle Madame Bouvier. Enchantée de te rencontrer. I am Madame Bouvier, your French teacher for what may very well be the rest of your lives.
Why is everyone acting like we're gonna die in 5 days?
I don't know.
The teacher is hard to focus on as girls start to enter the class. Yeah, I can relate to this. You've always heard that French class was made up almost entirely of cute girls. At your last school, that had not been the case. It had been 13 boys and the old, very egg-shaped Professor Chapallon, who wasn't even French. He'd been Dutch or something. Each girl seemed to get their own moment as they came in and took their seats, each of them taking a seat directly around you.
Oh, so you're right in the middle.
Yeah.
Remember what we've been practicing. Introduce yourselves. A la French. Salut, je m'appelle Vivi. Qui craint de souffrir, il souffre déjà de ce qui craint. I have no idea.
He who fears suffering is already suffering from what he fears. The first girl that comes through speaks with confidence of someone fluent in the language. Why are they like giving weird like philosophy or literature quotes, everyone? Even the teacher was quoted that hell is other people.
I have no idea because I feel like I should have been more fluent. But obviously I'm not. No one likes a show off, baby. And Jean de La Fontaine is a hack. Okay.
The second girl marches in with confidence.
Je m'appelle Alicia. Is that all? Oh, liberté que de crimes en commun et ton... You know what? En ton nom. I don't know French.
Yeah, I think she's saying... Like, it's a weird sentence fragment. I think it's not the full sentence. I think she's saying, oh, Liberty, what crimes we commit in your name. The generic teenage rage angst rolls off of her.
Just sit, my young revolutionary. Je m'appelle Patty, Miss Bouvier. I smashed my diorama for 5th period and I really want to try and fix it.
Something about the third girl is so weirdly wholesome. Maybe it's the way she seemed to think Maple rhymes with... Maple rhymes with apple?
Sit down, Patty. Yes, Madame Bouvier. Right. Je m'appelle Bao. Madame Bouvier, I've heard rumors that...
The last of the four, she's intense, like she's trying to play a newsroom correspondent on an old sitcom.
Sit down, Bao. The rumors, though, suggest that you and... Sit down, Bao. We've had French to learn. I will note that you refuse to answer.
4 girls, each sit around you. Only 4? Come on. The cardinal direction, it's you in the center. Your French teacher gives you a bit of a smirk.
Now, last week we were talking about the French Dadaist who left this written on the Mona Lisa.
She writes out LHOOQ on the board.
Oh!
Vivi raises her hand, waving it back and forth. However, she doesn't even wait to be called on.
Elle child est cool. It sounds like Elle child au cool.
She is like her ass is hot. Like something's burning. You know, not hot like sexy, but hot
Okay.
like temperature.
Okay. She is correct. This is a French pun. It means a burning in her bum. However, a better translation is she has a fire below, as the man who made the pun internationally famous explained. He's suggesting that even though you can't see it, there's a deep burning sexual fire deep inside this, and every woman. This was important because at the time,
Teacher keeps talking as other students come in, introducing themselves. However, it feels like a small little world quickly develops around you.
VVQ, always trying to show off. Just because I read and you don't. Alicia reads comic books, probably. Alicia reads mostly romance novels.
So these are our choices, plus maybe the teacher. Who shall we go for?
I don't know, but this music is like driving me nuts. Huh, Kettle Black. I had one of those books with the hunky guy on the cover laying around. You what? You brought a book like that to school?
I think I'm going for Patty, maybe.
Which one? So you're the new kid, right?
It takes a few moments for you to realize that she was talking to you. In fact, all four girls are staring at you right suddenly. What do we say? This says, I'm an active student.
Yes.
Yes, I'm the new student.
That much is pretty obvious. Welcome to Riviero's class. She's great. I think she's sleeping with the gym teacher.
I hope the gym teacher is a woman.
Haha, he wishes. She's nice, but often in her own little world. Says the queen of the airheads. At least I'm queen of something instead of what? Are you Steve McQueen? Yeah, if he was a badass instead of a bitch boy. I need to find a new scoop to write about. Something or someone interesting. Looking for a new victim? If you find one, ask if he knows anything about model building and glue. I keep gluing my fingers together and it's really annoying. Nail polish removal would dissolve that. See, the chemical acetone acts as an organic solvent.
She's probably gonna be useful in the zombie apocalypse, right? Like she can help figure stuff out.
Pretty knowledgeable. Yeah. EQ. No one asked you.
So I might have to go for her instead. Those girls seem kind of like a fun bunch to be around. They keep going on about school stuff. You bet you're not involved anymore.
That is quite enough, all of you. Please, focus on the lesson at hand. Ahem. As I was saying, the way that sexuality and art intersect is as close as humanity comes to the divine.
The rest of class is not boring. However, you don't think you'd ended up learning any French, or much of anything else. This wasn't a good first day. In fact, it was terrible. You failed to make any friends or leave any impression whatsoever. The only person who actually noticed you roaming around the school pointlessly was your French teacher.
Oh, Mondo, there you are.
She grabs you by the shoulder and looks at you seriously.
I cannot help but notice that a young man such as yourself seems to be avoiding the attention of mademoiselles. Young people should get to know one another. You may be surprised how hard it is to make friends when you are older. Life can be quite sad if you stay in your own little bubble. But, c'est la vie, some people prefer to be a part of the crowd.
She pats you on the shoulder and heads off, like she's giving you some kind of wisdom or something. You aren't very impressed. 1 week later... Oh god! After a week of keeping your head down and just trying to fit into your new school, there's a zombie outbreak and you're torn apart in front of the same girls you didn't seem interested in getting to know. Your last thought is that you have no idea if this is ironic or not. You just know that it sucks. Is your French teacher laughing at you? You kind of hope she dies next.
I found it. It's real. I knew it. I just hope I have enough time. I guess time isn't as big an issue as I think if this works.
Oh, maybe it's a time machine?
Oh.
So we go back in time, and now the rewind time. The only way to prevent the zombie apocalypse is if we have a date, right? That's what the time traveler
But there's
will tell
rewind
us.
time or travel back in time, which is the same thing.
It's March 23rd, 2015, Monday, 6:47 a.m. A school
Monday,
day.
6:47 a.m. School day. It started over.
A rat infected with what will become known as the necrolytic pathogen has escaped into Massfield High. By Friday, March 28th, 2015, the first year's outbreak will occur. Massfield High is the high school you attend. Whether you survive this coming outbreak depends on the choices you make in the next 5 days. In the end, there's only one way out of this situation alive. You must get yourself a date by Friday. "6:47 a.m.
Oh my goodness.
The alarm clock in your room does its best to keep you from missing your first day of school. The radio is a present from your mom. It's a clock radio, something she still thinks of as cool. A smooth and oddly smoky feminine voice slides out of your radio.
Do I have to read this whole thing? Okay. Salutations and good morning, Maxwell. Hi. It's 6:47 on this crisp Monday morning of the rest of your life. A new school week is starting and we have a few groovy transfer students joining the herd today.
That's you, one of the groovy transfer students joining in today at the school today, mid-semester.
Let's show them a traditional Massville High welcome, some light hazing, and a general indifference. This is Oriana Graves coming to you from Massville High's own pirate radio station, Free Radio MH, 96.3 on your dials in a 5-block radius around the campus.
As if it wasn't weird enough that the school was built on an old Air Force base.
Now, cool cats, I've got to stop giving you all the scoop on the daily drive so I can make sure I can make it to class. The rest of you should do the same. A sleepyhead ends up dead.
The way she hits the word dead sends a shiver down your spine. You check the clock, 6:50. Classes start at 7:30, so there's actually time for some more shut-eye. I guess we choose this one now,
I guess
right?
we're going to get up this time.
You roll out of bed, your clothes set out already, you're able to be on your way in only about a minute. You spend a few more making sure you don't look like you just rolled out of bed. Now
It's
it's
the
time
same thing.
to meet the other students. Your first period is awaiting, F101 in room A15, French class. Massfield High, a school built on an old military base. The buildings, the dorms you just left, and just about everything else are renovated military buildings. Built in 1942, Massfield Air Base was Technician Field for the Pacific Northwest. The military closed it down in 1993, sorry. In 1998, the land was leased from the federal government, making use of the previously unattended and dilapidated military air bases infrastructure. Massfield High was founded. Some of the buildings look quite normal. However, at the center of the campus, the old control tower stands up in the fog like a lighthouse. Feels like someone is watching you from it as you make your way to class.
Bonjour, mon beau monsieur. L'enfer, c'est l'autrice?
I've only had a few semester of French. Bonne journée.
I should hope not. I hope you will be staying for some time.
Huh?
You're the new student? Choose your seat. I might suggest...
Madame Bouvier, the French teacher. She
That
comes
one.
off as very French, which to a young man like yourself generally means confusing and oddly sexually charged. She points to a specific seat.
Trust me, Mambo. This is the one.
Something in her eye lets you know she's not joking. It's probably the fact that she's the teacher. So you sit. As the students start to trickle in, the teacher starts her introduction.
Salut, je m'appelle Madame Bouvier. Enchantée d'être rencontrée. I am Madame Bouvier, your French teacher for what may very well be the rest of your lives.
The teacher's hard to focus on as the girls start to enter the class. You've always heard that the French class is made up almost entirely of cute girls. At your last school, that had not been the case. It had been 13 boys and the old, very egg-shaped Professor Chaperon, who wasn't even French. He'd been Dutch or something. Each girl seemed to get their own moment as they came in and took their seats, each of them taking a seat directly around you.
Remember what we've been practicing. Introduce yourselves. A la France. Oh my goodness. Are you going to have me go through these introductions again? Why don't you say them in French?
Salut, je m'appelle Vivi. Qui craint de souffrir, il souffre déjà de ce qu'il craint.
Okay, yeah, that sounds a lot more French than what I said.
The first girl that comes through speaks with the confidence of someone fluent in the language.
Exactly.
That's you.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to open a drink. No one likes a show-off, Evie. And Jean de La Fontaine is a hack.
The second girl marches in with confidence. Je m'appelle Alicia.
Is that all?
Oh liberté, que de crimes on commet en ton nom. The generic teenage rage angst rolls off of her.
Just sit, my young revolutionary.
Je m'appelle Patty. Miss Bouvier, I smashed my diorama for 5th period and I really want to try and fix it. Something about the third girl is so weirdly wholesome. Maybe it's the way she seemed to think M'appelle rhymes with my apple.
Sit down, Patty.
This is you again.
Yes, Madame Bouvier. Right. Je m'appelle Bao, Madame Bouvier. I've heard rumors that...
The last of the four. She's intense, like she's trying to play a newsroom correspondent on an old sitcom.
Sit down, Bao. The rumors, though, suggest that you and... Sit down, Bao. We have French to learn. I would note that you refuse to answer.
4 girls, each sit around you, the cardinal directions, you in the center. Your French teacher gives you a bit of a smirk.
So are we just following the same thing for a little while, or can you, like, click on anything else to change this part?
We have dialogue options. Sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, but not very often. Okay. Now, last week, we were talking about the French How do you say that word?
I think it's
Dadaist?
Dadaist, but I'm not sure.
Dadaist. Who left this written on the Mona Lisa.
She writes out LHOOQ on the board.
Oh!
Vivi raises her hand, waving it back and forth. However, she doesn't even wait to be called on.
Okay. Elishad Akul. It sounds like Elishad Akul. She is correct. This is a French pun. It means a burning in the bum. However, a better translation is she has a fire below, as the man who made the pun internationally famous explained. He suggests that even though you can't see it, there is a deep burning sexual fire deep inside this and every woman. This was important because at the time...
The teacher keeps talking as other students come in introducing themselves. However, it feels like a small little world quickly develops around you.
BBQ, always trying to show off. Just because I read and you don't. Alicia reads. Comic books, probably. Alicia mostly reads romance novels. Ha, Kettle Black. I had one of those books with the hunky guy on the cover laying around. You what? You brought a book like that to school? Which one? So you're the new kid, right?
It takes a few moments for you to realize that she was talking to you. In fact, all 4 girls are staring at you suddenly. Now, what do we say? I was an active student, or the teacher's kind of weird?
Active student.
Je suis un étudiant actif.
You were a student?
That's the only other French word I know.
More than me. All I know are French Revolution slogans. Welcome to class with Batty Bouvier. I think she's sleeping with gym teacher. She still had to put that in there. Ha, he wishes. She's nice, but often in her own little world. Says the Queen of the Airheads. At least I'm queen of something instead of... What? Are you Steve McQueen? Yeah, if he was a badass instead of a bitch boy. New guy, let me show you around the school during break.
See? New stuff
Oh,
happened.
that's different.
Sure.
She wants you to take notes for her.
Huh?
She probably wants more than that. I could show you around. Do you know anything about model building and glue? I keep gluing my fingers together and it's really annoying. Nail polish removal will solve that. See, the chemical acetone acts as an organic solvent. BBQ? No one asked. New kid. Don't let these dweebs show you around. Yeah, let me know if you want me to. That is quite enough, all of you. Please, focus on the lesson at hand.
All of a sudden, all the girls want to hang out with me.
Yeah, all of them. Ahem, as I was saying, the way that sexuality and art intersects is as close as humanity comes to the divine.
The rest of the class is not boring. However, you don't think you ended up learning any French or much of anything else. Oh, who are we gonna hang out with? You actually make it to PE class on time. See, attending your first French class. That's the name of the achievement we just got.
Okay.
Though changing into your gym outfit takes you a bit, so a lot of kids are already doing things. As you walk into the gym floor, you hear a woman shout.
Get out of the way!
Dang, I was hoping that the gym teacher was a woman. Which gets you to look directly at the volleyball that bounces right off your face, hard. What is worse, you made a squeaking sound like a little girl. Now everybody's laughing. Oh, it's her.
I told you, get out of the way! Did you not hear me, squeaker? Wow.
Let go or get in her face.
Let it go.
You let go, which gets a few laughs from people.
Oh, of course.
Alright, let's stop staring at the new guy. New guy, your nose broken? No. Great, get onto a team and stop getting hit in the face.
Heh.
Alicia, apologize for pegging Squeaker. Pegging is like a sexual slang term also. So it's...
Oh, it is?
Yeah. It's...
Okay.
It's when a woman uses a strap-on dildo to penetrate a man.
Oh.
That's not my name. The PE teacher checks his clipboard. Apologize to transfer student, and do it now.
It was an accident, coach.
Don't make me bench you.
Sorry about you getting in the way of my killer spike, dweeb.
It's clear the teacher isn't happy for her apology, but is done playing around. He blows a whistle, he keeps around his neck. Come on, let's get back to playing a real man's game. Volleyball. You, the mostly female PE class, seems to find this funny. Is this mostly female? I'm looking at these. This looks mostly male to me.
I don't know.
Playing against Alicia isn't a lot of fun. She's incredibly athletic and seems to be annoyed at you for some reason. Thankfully, PE class, like all things, ends eventually.
Can you go back?
You want to go back? You don't want to just play this out and see what happens?
I guess we can.
Passing
It's like we made a bad decision, so...
Passing through the main campus after PE, everything seems to have gone pretty... Smash! Oh no, her diorama! Which is about
not again.
renewable energy, I guess, right? With solar panels and those... what do you call them? Windmills? Air turbines?
Windmills. Yeah.
You turn just in time to slam into another student. The young woman who had been half running along holding the diorama up and out, and it's clear that the diorama took the brunt of the attack. It had probably been a wind farm before the collision. Now it looks more like a diorama of a smashed bunch of cardboard.
Oh no!
What do you do?
Stop to help her.
Oops, I almost misclicked. You bend down to help her pick up the pieces. Hey look, the heart went up to 4.
I don't even know how it... Oh, that's nice. I don't even know how it crumpled like this. I thought it was sturdier than this.
Let
See,
me
if
help
we'd have
you.
gotten in Alicia's face, then she probably would have had a 4 also. Oh, thanks. A true gentleman.
Despite how annoying it must be to have her obvious class project smashed, she seems very happy to have the help. The two of you collect the very sticky and very broken bits of plastic, cardboard, and plaster. What did this used to be? I'm new to school. Did people really say things like true gentlemen?
Go for it.
I'm new in school.
You changed. I thought you were
went
going to do the gentleman one.
You said go for it, so I thought you were telling me to pick.
Oh, that's what I thought you were picking, and then you changed. Okay, continue.
So this is your line.
You're one of the new transfer students, right? Sorry. I'm Patty, by the way. Thanks for your help. Thanks for you help.
Sure. She takes a deep breath and stares at the broken wreckage of her work.
This is horrible.
As the two of you stack the debris up, your hands bump. She looks away as they do, as if not wanting to meet your eyes.
Well, mostly horrible.
The smile you get from Patty makes this momentary embarrassment from having crushed the diorama worth it. Like
Aww.
7. Sweet meet Patty, sorry. So we can go to these weird unmarked events, or maybe even this belting, or we can hang out with these girls. What do you think?
Is chat here?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, which one of the ones did you want to talk to more?
I want to make out with her.
Okay, well then let's go to that one.
You go to the library to help Patty with her diorama. Patty seems to have dismantled the diorama entirely. She's examining each piece looking for something. What are you looking for? In all that mess.
Evidence.
Evidence? Patty nods and keeps looking. Also, we got one clue. Like, there was, like, 9 hearts and 1 magnifying glass we got from her.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking for evidence of this.
Patty slams a book down and shows a crazy, scary picture of an evil rabid rat?
Oh boy.
Rabid rat. Rodentia rabitus. The rabbit rat is a distinct species of rodent that inhabits the diverse system of Eastern Europe and Asia,
How can you read that? It's so small.
sharing similarities with both rats and, does it say rabbits? Yeah, this animal exhibits
Oh.
unique physical and behavioral traits, setting it apart from its distant relatives. The scientific community, it has attracted considerable attention due to its peculiar size, appearance, and adaptability. The rabbit rat is characterized by its striking resemblance to the common rat in terms of physical appearance, but with a size comparable to that of a rabbit. Oh, so it's a rat the size of a rabbit? Dang.
Wow.
Adult rats typically something 17 to 24 inches, and then distribution and habitat. The rabbit rat's natural range spans Eastern Europe, found in countries such as Russia, Ukraine. The species is highly adaptable, including forest, grassland, wetland, regions with
Can
moderate
you like drag the
temperatures.
screen around, or is it?
I don't think we can drag the screen around. Behavior. Rabbit rats are primarily nocturnal, rest during the day. They're social groups. They exhibit strong commune, something body language, scent. Rabbit rats are known for their navigate and adapt to new environment. Diet. As omnivores, rabbit rats, fruits and vegetables. Diet contributes to their areas. They are known farmers, reproduction, and then that's it, I think.
Okay, look on the left page. There's like a hand,
That's maybe her hand.
and it was huge compared to her hand.
Oh, maybe that's our hand.
I think this
We're next to her.
maybe. I think this is rat teeth marks. See?
Patty holds up a piece that has some odd scratch marks on it. Looking at what rat bites mark looks like in the book she has. Maybe? I'll help you find more evidence.
If you find anything, you have to tell me. I gotta know.
You look through the pieces and you find a weird brown one. Is this something? Is that like rat
Oh,
poop?
that's
Huh?
a cockroach. It looks like.
Patty taps the book and you see that it looks just like a rat dropping.
Oh,
Gross! Patty laughs in sort of a chipmunk-like way as you toss the turd away.
that proves it. Nothing leaves rat droppings besides
She stops for a moment, obviously for
Rats.
dramatic effect.
rats.
Patty looks at the mark again.
Really gross rats.
She motions to another dropping. It seems to be a sickly green color.
Even grosser than normal.
So now what?
We find and we stop the rats.
All of them?
Yes. How dare they do this to me?
Hey, that was inconsistent. That text was in blue. I thought blue was supposed to be like inner monologue, and orange was when we
Yeah.
speak out loud. But somehow she could hear what we were thinking, I guess. So, what's your plan?
I don't know yet. But I'm going to find the rat that dared to destroy this thing of beauty. Proof I can show the teacher and be like,
She motions to the mulch that was once her project.
that evil rat destroyed my diorama. I will say to the teacher with my best teacher face.
She makes a pretty good teacher face. Then she points directly at you.
And you're going to help me. Please?
You give a big shrug, but it seems enough for her.
Now I need to find a book on rat catching.
Patty doesn't find her book just yet, but it's clear her intent is real.
Oh boy. Well, that's all with Patty.
Oh, look, this is a meter that drains, I guess. Maybe we can do 3 things per day? Because about 1/3 of it's gone.
Ah,
So now what?
gotcha. Well, now what?
That's what I'm asking you.
Well, since Patty's gone and you don't want to talk to the other 3, why don't you go to one of the exclamation points? Because it might be some more, like, clues to the rats.
Which one?
The one closest to the right.
Oh, this is a gym. You peek into the gym during
Oh,
a
the
break.
gym.
Kids seem
Oops.
to be mostly using the PE gear to play around. At first you thought they were playing dodgeball, but they seem to just be doing lots of things with the balls. Mostly throwing them at each other. Hey, new kid, the PE teacher calls out for you, then checks his notebook. Right, they didn't give me your name. Why do I always get last week's sheets? Did you know we've won 3 straight state volleyball championships? You care what I have to say, or are you just going to talking to talk? The coach does not even slow down as he talks over you. His practice at shouting down teenagers is clearly top-notch. I want to be 4 so badly. Alicia, she's my chance. She's the key. If only she wasn't so volatile. He turns and stares into the trophy case. There seems to be an empty spot next to the 3 other trophies. I need this. I need this to make sure people remember me after I'm gone from the school. They'll look in this trophy case and think, that coach got 4 of those. You don't have anything to add, though you do wonder if he's having a midlife crisis. Whatever you do, new kid, don't get into teaching. It seems good. Summer's off, steady pay, get to hang out at school all day, no one notices, no one cares. Sensing that none of this is pertinent to you, you back out of the gym slowly.
Oh, lovely. Well, that was nothing.
So now what?
I'll let you pick, because I obviously picked the
Alright, I'll
wrong
pick
one.
this one. You see Vivi reading and decide to go over and talk to her. She's reading the book. She has a way of being hunched forward with her shoulders up, almost bird-like. It's cute, really. It's clear she's focused on the book almost as a way to avoid looking at anyone. Look at this angle. See where my mouse cursor's emphasizing. I don't know if you can see my mouse cursor. This is the library after all, so she's the only one actually reading. Other people are studying, sitting, eating. Ask her about no, let's mention that she seems good at French.
Okay.
You speak really good French. Oh, we only got 1 heart out of that.
You say, despite not knowing any French,
I know some French.
you know some replacement words, but you don't really understand French, do you?
I'm good at some French things. Not the language though, no. Vivi looks away from you at that. She gets a small smile as she does. Obviously, she thought that was cute.
It's hard. It took me 3 years before I started dreaming in it.
You've been studying it for 3 years?
It and a few other languages. I read about how Tolkien was a language nerd, and I just, well, you know.
What, you want to be like Tolkien? She dropped the book onto her lap, arms crossed, resting her head in her hands. You have her full attention suddenly.
So, new guy on campus. You know the riddle of the Stone King?
I don't think I do.
If you're faced with fighting the dragon or rescuing the princess, which would you choose?
That seems like a strange question.
Seems like a strange question, right? It's meant to test what you really desire. A happy future or an exciting time? I think how someone answers it says a lot about them. So what would it be?
How about have fun with the elf girl at the tavern?
Okay.
What if I just have some fun with the elf?
Elf? There's no elf.
She liked that. We got +4 hearts from that response. I go down to the local tavern and find an elf wench to have a fun night with.
Haha, I mean, I guess I said answering the question shows what you really want. I walked into that one.
She's still smiling though.
I get what you mean. Honestly, I kind of like the idea too.
She likes the idea of making out with an elf wench.
Lading with treasure, going to the local tavern, and doing whatever you want. To whoever you want. Drinking, wenching, gambling, smoking. Nothing I want to do in real life, honestly, but in fantasy. Being so free always seems nice.
She adjusts her glasses and cough after realizing that she said a lot more than she probably should have.
I get the fantasy of the elf at the tavern.
You clearly do. She blushes slightly at that. After a moment, she starts packing up her things.
I gotta get going.
I just realized she has a D20 necklace thingy.
A what?
A D20? Dungeons and Dragon 20-sided die?
Oh.
She stops as she
Okay.
passes you.
And no, I never think of myself as the elf at the tavern. Do you?
It takes you a moment to realize she's asking if you think of her as the elf. Yeah, I thought she was asking, do I think of myself as the elf at the tavern? Phoebe heads off before you can really answer. It didn't seem like she actually wanted one anyways. See, she's flirting with us. Rescue, fight, or fun. Complete the first romance scene with Vivi. After the break period is over, you make your way to the history classroom. Do you think the history teacher is going to be a hot girl, a hot woman, or a man?
No.
Or what?
It's a man.
Greetings, class! Oh god. You look around the class and then double take as the PE teacher seems to be in the front of the room. No one else seems surprised by this, so you assume it's normal. Written on the board is the name Mr. Cogswell. You assume that this is the PE coach, or history teacher. That's probably their name. If everyone can open their book to,
Page 306.
Is that where we left off?
No, but it's a good starting place if we're going to actually get through the subject matter before the standardized tests.
Yeah, okay. Who wants to start reading on page 306?
VVQ, nobody asked you.
Phoebe just sticks her tongue out at Alicia. Seems friendly. You get the feeling that Mr. Cogswell doesn't give history the same kind of energy he gives PE. The rest of the period is just people taking turns reading. However, you keep being distracted by giggling, shifting sounds. Hey, new girl, who's that? However, whenever you look back, it's just Alicia. Oh no, this is Alicia? I don't recognize her. She looks completely different. It's just Alicia and Bao sitting in the back corner. Are they lesbian lovers?
I don't know.
You can't shake the feeling that they're doing something interesting with one another whenever you're not looking. Class ends well before you actually see anything, but you thought you saw them rubbing legs under the table? Yeah, they definitely are. They might have been kicking each other, but your young teenage mind prefers to assume the most erotic possibility. They're obviously murderous lesbians who will kill their teacher and escape to Canada.
Class is over. Are you okay? You look like you're drooling.
Patty breaks you out of your daydream, and after you wipe your face, you shuffle out of the classroom.
Okay.
Wasn't the past the worst, attending your first history class? Oh. Now what?
Well,
I picked last time, so you have to pick this time.
let's pick the one on the very bottom.
You check out the lab area. Some kids are eating lunch here. Some are hanging out and doing homework. Hello? Yes, who are you? I don't know you. I'm the new transfer student. The new transfer student? Oh, yes, well, you can use the lab during the breaks. However, all the lab equipment can be signed out during class only. Any violations will get you banned from the lab during breaks. Do you understand? Yes. Good. He goes back to whatever he was doing. He seems to be writing or reading something, or both. After poking around some, you leave.
Wow.
Oh, all the girls are gone. Let's see
Sorry.
what this building is. You peek into French class during during lunch period.
Ah, mon Dieu, come in, come in.
It's an empty classroom. The teacher seems to keep it open during breaks. It's kind of weird no one's here.
Tell me, transfer student, do you believe in magnets?
Believe they exist?
Believe they have healing powers? I got one of those magnet watches, and now I no longer have to have the chicken legs in the morning. It's a chicken leg. It makes me wonder if maybe putting a big magnet under each student's chair would increase students' health.
What?
Oui, like a magnet under the chair to help keep the blood happy? I think I'll suggest it at the next budget meeting. Truth is, if I want them, I'll have to buy them myself. The school never pays for anything.
Sensing that the teacher was willing to keep talking to you about magnets, you slowly back out of the room.
Okay.
Now what?
The one on the left.
You see a girl looking through a book and fiercely writing. At first you think she's doing homework, but then you see...
Oh, the new transfer student, right?
Her color scheme is just like Jill Valentine from Resident Evil. The blue
Okay.
top and black bottom. And her name is Jill, so that's what that
Sure.
makes me think of.
Interesting.
You seem busy. She's also from a zombie game.
Yeah, I'm supposed to make sure the class stays on track today, even though Evans will be out.
Aren't you a student?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the TA too. It isn't. It's not like Mr. Cogwell, the PE teacher, will be the substitute, probably. He normally is. So I'll just be helping him. Evans is really busy, you see. He's working on something that's going to change the world, and I really need to read all this before lunch ends. So, sorry, but
She kind of turns away from you and gets back to work. Science class. Your first one. However, things are chaos.
everyone, can you please open your books to page 303?
You heard the girl. Page 303, everyone. The PE teacher blows his whistle loudly, getting the chattering gaggle of kids to quiet down and focus up.
Okay, now, we're working on... Oh, we're working on the basic chemical reactions lab. It actually is on page 306.
Everything is on page 306 of her. The tone in her voice is unmistakable.
Yes, turn to page 306.
The temperature in the room drops about 5 degrees. You heard the Brainiacs. Page 306. Get to it.
We'll be going over some basic chemical reactions. Everyone is going to need to put on goggles and know how to use the eye wash station. The eye wash station is over here.
Holy hell, what kind of terrible torture device is this?
It's for washing your eyes if you get something in them.
I'd rather lose my eyes than put them in that. Phew.
Yeah.
Vivi, who is sitting right next to you. Wait, are you her lab partner? She huffs and talks low enough that probably no one else can hear.
A student teaching the class? It's ludicrous, especially when she's so frazzled from helping out with the Professor Evans' special project. She can barely keep herself together. Evans is taking advantage of her. Jill's smart, but she's not smart enough to see that.
What's Evans working on?
No one knows. Something that's probably either impossible, illegal, or both. At least that's the vibe I get. Evans used to be a real professor. Now he's slumming it here with us mortals.
She makes air quotes as she says the words real.
Okay, so we're supposed to be doing this.
She points at the book. It looks like a lot of words and colored images to you. It's horrifying.
However, I think what I want to try is something like...
She flips forward a few pages and it looks 6 times as scary. There's so many colors and things. Wait, is that a skull and crossbones warning?
So, we'll need... Here, put on these goggles. Put them on.
You put on the safety gear as Vivi does the same and starts to mess with the chemicals. It looks like something out of a cartoon. She talks while she's doing it, but it's hard to keep up with.
So, as this is the base, we need to be careful. We don't want any volatile reactions. So can you hand me the next one? Step 31. It's over there.
Oh god. Any ideas?
I'll go with pink. I always go with pink.
Me too. You hand her the pink chemical. Vivi takes it and pours it carefully into what she's working on.
Huh? Wait, this is...
It's at that moment you realize that she's been pointing at the red chemical. You hadn't even seen it. Oh wow, what's the worst that could... There was an explosion! Thankfully, it's what made most of the foam. It comes gushing out of the container from the Vivi.
Ah!
She stumbles back right into you. Oh, this is where her butt's going into your face, I think. Kaboom, attended your first science class. She stumbles back right into you, foam going everywhere. Both of you fall and the world goes dark. Oh, come on, get up you two. This is such a mess. This better get cleaned up or the school is gonna blame me. You can hear just fine. You can't see. Is there foam all over your goggles? You reach for them, but then you find something else. Warm, soft, and...
Hey!
She's on top of you. You realize this. You have a moment where you realize that she's sitting on your face. Hold very still. You hold very still. It's nice, warm, and just a good place to be. Eventually, though, she manages to get herself off and jump up. The world returns. Vivi is covered in what looks like some kind of foam standing in the middle of class. Everyone is staring and laughing. Eventually, you both get to cleaning.
That's what happens when you go off book.
Vivi doesn't say anything back to that. She's too embarrassed, but she clearly wants to. By the time the mess is cleaned up, the bell rings. On the way out, Vivi doesn't look you in the eye.
Sorry. I should have made sure you knew what I was asking for. Did you, like, never mind.
Did I like it when you sat on my face? Is that what she's about to ask?
I don't know.
She rushes out of class before you can ask what she meant. Did I choose? I guess it's my turn.
I think I chose last.
Who's this? She's cute.
I don't know.
Jill invites you out to dinner near school. What happened? Why? How did we get
To
into
a
Jill?
diner.
Oh, it's a diner. I thought it's a dinner. To a diner near school. Well, I mean, still, like, this is basically a date, right? A date with 2 girls at the same time.
Welcome to Danny's. It's the only 24-hour restaurant in town. So a lot of the kids come here. Yeah, lots of burnouts wasting their lives in these booths.
Hey, she's a radio lady.
Oh, Oriana. She's the... Yeah. Yeah.
This other girl, Oriana, she kind of invited herself. She seems to want to bother Jill about whatever she's helping Professor Evans with.
So, Evans's project. It has to do with white cell development? Who told you that? You did last time we talked. Did I? I've been pretty tired lately. So, what exactly is he working on? I can't say.
Maybe the professor's working on some kind of monster.
No! No, it's nothing like that. He's trying to stop a degenerative disease.
Oriana stares at you for much longer than is comfortable after you say that.
So, what do you think of Evans? As you know, a person. Why all the interest? Probably the most interesting thing going on in this sleepy town. His research is going to change the world, right? Well, he is very smart. So he's always saying. Don't be like that. He's a bit short with people, but he used to be a serious college professor. Yep, I know. You'll see when you actually get a class with him. He's one of the smartest people I've ever met. And I've met me.
She gives a bright smile to you, and she almost pulls off the force of personality to make that claim. After some bottomless sodas and a bit more chit-chat, the three of you say your goodbyes and head to your dorm. Wow, that wasn't much of a date. You make it home, well, to your dorm room, which is going to be your home for at least as long as you go to the school. It was quite a day, but maybe there's a place for you here? You were tired though, so... What the? You see something move in the dark outside your window. Taking a closer look, you see it's a small animal. A rat? The rat stares at you for a moment. It looks weird? You don't know why, but that rat sends a shiver down your spine. It crawls off into the night, and then there's just darkness. You're probably just letting things get to your head. You try to get some sleep. 1 down, survive your first day. 3 days until the outbreak.
Oh boy.
6:47 a.m. The alarm clock in your room does its best to keep you from missing your second day of school. The smooth and soft and smoky feminine voice slides out of your radio like the day before.
Salutations and good morning, Matsville High. It's 6:47 on this fresh Tuesday morning.
So he definitely has the alarm set for 6:47 because it always rings exactly at 6:47 every day. And also she starts her radio show at 6:47 every day?
Yeah. That groovy transfer student I mentioned yesterday seems to have made quite the splash.
The problem with standing out in the high school is people notice.
Look after yourself, new guy. Can't trust anyone at this school to do it for you. This has been Oriana Graves, coming to you from Massville High's own personally funded and privately owned pirate radio station. Free Radio MH. 1602 on your... What? 1602 on your dials in a 5-block radius around campus? I thought it was 96.3.
Who knows?
If anyone tells the teachers about me, I hate you.
You check the clock. 6:50, classes start at 7:30. Time to get up. School starts with French class. Madame Bouvier seems to be in standard form.
A lot of French opera was, at least at first, based on Italian opera. Mon beau.
It takes you a moment to realize that she's talking directly to you. Oh no, she just got singled out.
What is the French word for opera?
I think it's opera. Opera?
It is.
You had almost forgotten this was a class and not some kind of strange version of a stand-up. That was probably in the worksheets for last night. Did you even do them? Everyone is looking at you now, especially all the cute girls all around you. This is your moment. L'opera.
Oh. Bien! Someone did their worksheet.
Looks like you did your worksheet, or you looked it up online. Either way, good work.
Dweeb. That was really good, actually. Wait, is that... Was that 2 words? It sounded like 1 word. A guy who could speak French is pretty sexy.
They're all into me.
Huh, really? If they're from France, yes. I mean, it's not the same if they're not. Oh yeah, French guys are hot. American guys? Eh.
Alicia makes eye contact with you as she tilts her head, her hand back and forth, clearly letting you know she's judging her? I guess she's judging you? I don't know.
I think the way you said it was sexy. Don't listen to them. You think he's sexy? I didn't mean it like that. I think you did.
I think she did too.
I didn't.
I think she thinks of herself as the elf in the tavern. 3 of the girls
Right.
giggle, and 1 sinks into her seat. You think it's going to be a long trimester, but probably not boring. After a conjugation lecture, you only partially absorb class ends. However, as you bend over to get your bag, you feel something squeeze your rear. Uh-oh, who's grabbing my ass? By the time you look back, though, all you see is the 4 girls heading off themselves. Did one of them... Did you imagine... Which one? French class is a dangerous place. Encore ceci, attending your second French class. Alright, is it your turn? Guess I did.
Yep, my turn. Let's see. Let's go to the exclamation point in the tower.
You see Professor Evans and someone else near the science building. Whoever Evans is with looks very sickly. The two of them head off into the science building. Huh, strange. Was that other adult and our teacher? Off the beaten path, view 30% of the side scenes. My turn! You decide to spend time with Patty, who seems upset over her grades.
I normally get great grades. This is so dumb. That stupid diorama was supposed to save my grade, but instead it got smashed. Oh, Patty, you're not being mature. Don't think crying will change my mind? Okay. Should smash stupid face.
Grades are stupid.
Sorta. I mean, I wish they really didn't matter. They're just this annoying way for adults to judge us kids. My dad is not going to be happy, though.
Bedrock Linux is here. He says, so let me get this straight. You are trying to stop the zombie apocalypse, but reversing the virus and turning zombies back into humans? It's hatchets away. Okay, then. Yeah, I think we're trying to... I mean, the story hasn't really developed yet, so we don't really know our role in the zombie apocalypse, but probably we think it's bad and want to stop it. Bedrock says, hey, Nebu, hi, Jubilee.
Hey. Not that grades matter that much to me or anything.
What does matter to you?
People I care about. Family. Things like that. I guess I do want to go to college. Just seems like something I should do. I'll need to not fail science if that's going to happen. My dad is always like, honey, you don't need college. Find a cute boy at church. Which is just, Dad, all of those guys are pod people.
Odd people, huh?
Yeah, guys who go to church tend to be pod people. Dress nice, talk nice, think nice, probably filled with rage boiling underneath. They don't come off genuine.
Not being a little unfair?
Of course I'm being unfair. They're just so stuffy. I just don't want to end up defined by the person I end up with. I want to be me with them. I want us to be more together than apart.
Patty gets a sly look on her face.
What do you look for in that kind of a partner?
Oh, you know.
No, I don't.
Someone who's just the right girl.
So descriptive.
She keeps an annoying look on her face, like she can see through you. It kind of makes you embarrassed and angry at the same time.
If you ever figure it out, let me know.
She gives you a look that you think is supposed to be mysterious.
You're a good listener. Thanks.
Now what?
Well, now we gotta go to the chick on the right.
This one?
Yeah.
Vivi, I think is her name? Yeah, you see Vivi looking over some notes. This is... Oh, sorry.
This is incredible. Evans may actually be a genius.
You see that they don't seem to be like Vivi's notes. She's clearly taking them from someone.
What are you up to, Jill?
Probably she's taking them from Jill. Did you steal Jill's notes?
What? No.
She obviously feels a bit guilty.
I found it when she left it.
She's obviously very guilty.
And I might have slipped it away from her stuff so she would forget about it while she wasn't looking. This is exactly the kind of thing I wish I was working on. Changing the medical landscape with a single breakthrough. Huh, ambitious. So much ambition.
You want to try to translate from French? Jubilee?
That means I've got to go to the thingamajigger. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find Twitch. There we are. Okay. Nebu Pukins. There you are. And avez-vous déjà trouvé le remède pour transformer les morts vivants in humains? Avez-vous?
Yeah.
So deja means like deja vu means you remember, or it's like
Deja means already. Deja vu means already seen.
oh. Okay. The remedy of what you've already seen transforms your mortal person.
Yeah, I guess that's close. Avez-vous is have you. Deja is already. Have you already found the remedy to transform the living dead into humans?
Oh, that's kind of creepy. No, we have not, apparently.
I click so it's a new line.
Oh, sorry. And Professor Evans really is a genius. Or maybe he's insane.
Isn't that kind of research dangerous?
No. I mean, okay, well, I think her numbers went down. She just went to an 18 instead of like a 22 or something.
I don't remember what she was before, but yeah, maybe she didn't like that I said that. She takes a few thoughts.
Everything is dangerous, really. You know, everything is, to quote The Alchemist, dosis sola facit venenum.
I don't know Latin, so I don't know what that means.
Why are there so many crazy languages in this thing?
What's your line? Jubilee. Don't tell me we lost Jubilee.
Oh, sorry. Hold on a second.
Hi, Tess. Welcome in.
Okay. Oh, it's Latin.
She has a little smile. She obviously wanted you to ask.
All things are poison. All that matters is the dose. The worst that could happen, from what I think Evans is doing, is
Tess redeem hydrate, so I'm gonna take a sip from my drink.
we could turn rats into, like, death-eating people?
Or maybe it's a drug that turns rat into sexy rat girls.
There is a reason why this kind of research... Linto? What is that? Linto?
I don't know. It's like a capital I, lowercase I, NTO or something like that.
Okay. There is a reason why this kind of research into the way cells divide and why how to fix and change them is regulated. That made no sense. Okay, continue.
Maybe this is supposed to be like an M dash. You know, there is a reason why this kind of research into the way cells divide and why how to fix and change them, M dash, is regulated.
Oh, gotcha.
Tessa's quick recap. So there's going to be a zombie apocalypse. Maybe there's time travel involved. We're not sure. We're pretty early into the game, but there in 3 days there's going to be a zombie apocalypse, and somehow we don't understand why, but the game tells us the only way to stop the zombie apocalypse is if we get a date with one of these girls. So we're trying to
by
go
Friday.
Yeah, so we're trying to seduce these girls to go on a date with them so that we can stop the zombie apocalypse.
He's trying to seduce them. Obviously, I can figure out that Alicia is like the best one.
Why didn't you ever pick Alicia then when it's your turn?
Because I was trying to find out all the side quests.
Bedrock says, want me to tell you what it means in Latin? I think she said it means everything is poison, only the dosage matters, basically. I mean, like, if you have a more literal translation or exact translation, I guess, yeah, you can provide it.
Something that cures cancer and something that causes cancer can be really close. One wrong RNA sequence and suddenly everyone has super cancer. That's true.
Date with Amy. Let me get up the... get the Amy...
Can I unredeem the date with Amy? Like, put, like, the date with Amy, but, like, then you take Amy off?
Yeah, I think if you redeem it again, maybe we'll take it off.
Good to know.
There we go.
Spend the whole entire thing going back and forth. Putting Amy on, taking Amy off. Putting Amy on, taking Amy off. Who redeemed Amy, by the way?
Who? Tested.
Oh, Tess. Oh, want to tell you what it means in Latin. Got an ad, missed a response. So he said that he thought that the game actually told us what the answer to the Latin word was, but if you have a more literal translation, because it was something along the lines of the something doesn't matter, only the dosage matters.
Yeah, everything is poison, only the dose, depending on the dose.
Yeah.
Dosage. It's your line, Jubilee.
Sorry, I'm busy. Okay. Now I'm not busy anymore. Oh, that was loud.
Thank you, Jubilee, for the gift subscription to Bedrock Linux. Bedrock says, Sola facit venenum. It alone makes poison. I guess we're missing one more word. Dosis, maybe? Which is probably dosage, right? Dosis sola facit venenum. Yeah. Dosage alone makes it poison.
There's some horrific real-world cases. Like, there's a form of cancer that Wolverines get that can be passed physically. Could you imagine?
TV shudders.
Doesn't that mean that pushing the boundaries on something like this isn't exciting? I should give this book back to Jill.
Phoebe stands up with a sigh and heads off with the offending notes in her hand. History class starts with a loud whistle from the PE teacher. Okay, everyone, listen up. This is some real dark, real true spooky junk we're going over today. Disease. We got the Spanish flu, we got the Black Plague, we got syphilis, AIDS, we got cholera. The big hitters of disease.
Oh, malaria?
Not on the
COVID?
syllabus.
Just kidding. Yeah, but I think it...
Not on the syllabus. Okay, we're gonna go break up into groups. He breaks up the class into groups. He then walks everyone through a fairly convoluted setup where people are handed pieces of paper to let them know if they're infected or not. Then everyone is supposed to shake hands with 2 other people. Afterwards, everyone is supposed to show their paper to the person they shake hands with, and then a mark on their own paper if the other person is infected. Okay, everyone got their papers? Go! You check. Your paper is blank. Oh, shit. Who are we shaking hands with?
Patty, quick.
You shake hands with Patty. She's infected!
Oh, right off the bat, we're dead. I started that way. Don't blame me.
She seems legitimately worried that you'll think of her as unclean.
Can we
Okay.
back it up?
Yeah, but I mean, we should go through like a full game without rewinding at least once, I feel like.
Okay, true.
Okay, find someone else to shake hands with now. Wait, so now we have to choose who to infect. Who are we gonna infect?
Bow.
You shake hands with Bao. Wait, she was infected too? So that's good. That means neither of us, like, we didn't make anything worse, right?
Okay. Right.
But you didn't read the line.
Sorry, what can I say?
Her paper has a mark. Okay, now everyone check your paper. If you saw someone with a mark, you should have marked your own. Rock says, how do they know there is going to be an outbreak? Do they have patient zero? Did they have first-hand insight of some lab? These people don't know. We know because, like, as the reader, quote-unquote, of the story, we can see some narration that the characters are unaware of.
No.
But the characters themselves
So
don't know.
actually, at the very, very beginning, whenever we first played it, like, we went through a whole entire week, but in very, very short time frames. So we got up at 6:47 in the morning, went to school, went home, and then it said the rest of the week kind of was weird, but uneventful. And then in 5 days, then it was like showing these zombies were like eating our neck, and the teacher was laughing at us and stuff. And then everybody dies. But then this chick finds this little box, and she says, oh, if this is what I think it is, then hopefully time won't matter anymore. And so she put the thing inside of the box, and then we rewound and did day one all over again. So we know in 5 days that everybody's gonna die.
But you say
But then time.
You say we know, we meaning us, the readers, right? Our character doesn't know.
Yeah, like the readers, sorry. Not the... Yeah. But we know because based on what the story told us at the very beginning, in 5 days, everybody's gonna die. And then also, like, the narration and stuff. But we already went through one whole week in, like, a very short span of time, and then we rewound time.
Tess says, I love the coffee steaming in the background. Yeah, right here.
Oh,
After
yeah.
all of it, you check your paper. You have the mark. Guess you caught the plague or
No way.
whatever. Okay, now everyone who has a mark on their paper, raise your hand. Every hand in the class goes up. Every single one. Every person in the classroom raises their hand. See, wait, was that all of you? Did I do this right? Did I give out too many, He double checks his worksheet. The bell rings before his confusion can be cleared up.
They probably both had the mark.
This feels foreshadowing. Attended your second history class. You head to the lunch line and... smash.
Why do you keep running into Patty?
Look, we need to quickly take off her shirt before it stains.
Oh, come on.
You walked right into Patty, having knocked her food right up against her.
See, I can't seem to stop walking into things this week. This top is ruined, and... Oh...
She seems to finally realize it's you. I've dropped your legend solidarity? I don't know about that one. We keep running into each other.
I know! It's like fate, right?
The humor of the situation seems to take the sting out of it for her.
I guess I have to keep an eye out on blind corners for... you, specifically. I'm, going to get back in the line after I clean up some...
She heads off to clean the food off her blouse. What's on the menu today? Visit the canteen again. Is it my turn or your turn? I don't remember.
I think it's yours, because there were 3 on that last one, and I picked last.
Who is this? What the heck? Are these bullies? You see Vivi, there's a few girls you don't know huddled around her. It's clear based on your voices that they are not very nice.
Vivi, you're always dropping things!
Vivi gives a sigh as the 3 random girls all reach out together and force her to drop her books and papers and things.
Oh, clumsy.
The three girls laugh as once in a way that makes you think none of them are very independent or smart.
Yeah, why don't you roll a d30 or whatever and pick up really fast?
They also seem to be specifically making fun of her obvious interest in role-playing games. Very pleasant girls they seem to be. Leave her alone.
Oh, why? You got a crush? You guys got a crush on VVQ. Yeah.
None of your business, frog face. The bully stomps her foot in a fairly petulant way, turning away from you and to the other girls.
VVQ is so brainy, she doesn't need a boyfriend anyways. She could make her own.
All three of the girls laugh in unison again.
Enjoy your boyfriend, VVQ.
The bullies head off, amused at their own antics. You expect to see Vivi looking at you thankfully, but she's just quietly squatted down and starts picking her things up.
You shouldn't give them the attention. That's what they want.
Vivi says it with a dull, sad tone of son who clearly has just stopped fighting something that happens all the time. I guess I'll just help her pick up the books. You squat down next to her and start helping her pick up the books and papers and things. Vivi looks over at you for a moment, but she doesn't say anything. She does smile, though. You see a large book is one of the Towerfall role-playing games player handbook. A game book that lets you have adventures in the Towerfall universe. Pretty cool. You've only played a few times and it didn't go very well. Basically make-believe for adults, or more often teenagers. I've played Towerfall a few times with some friends.
Do you mean the role-playing game, the board game, or the MMO?
Bedrock says, so much drama during a zombie outbreak. This is how it would be during a zombie apocalypse. Yeah, it hasn't happened yet, though, so nobody knows that there's going to be a zombie thing. The role-playing game?
Oh, yes, it is fun. Though I think the third edition's movement away from skills into more class-based setup may have streamlined the game, but overall is a determinant
I guess is what
to the role-playing space. Oh, detriment to the role-playing space itself.
Vivi's hand starts to draw in the air as if she's literally shaping her words. You aren't 100% sure what she's saying. Role-playing games are potentially interesting, but you've only played twice, and the first time was just people shouting rules at you. She catches your lack of understanding, perhaps a beat too late.
It's just that a lot of abilities characters get lack context in the world, so it, is not my favorite edition.
Sounds fun.
It's boring, honestly. Real nerd stuff.
Vivi pulls her bag up as she hugs the role-playing book to her like some kind of totem.
I'll talk to you later.
She rushes off, head down far too fast for you to stop her.
Oh,
Science
we only
class.
got one choice that time.
Science class. No, it's like it's always a class, like French class, then 3 choices, then history class, and 3 choices, and now science class. And then it'll be the end
Yeah,
of the
but
day, I think.
there wasn't 3 choices there. It was just one choice.
Oh, there wasn't? Okay. Science class, and much to everyone's surprise, Professor Evans is there. He also tells you, unprompted, to always call him Professor Evans. He has the class off book doing some sort of experiment. It's a pretty simple process. And then you take a drop of substance B and put it into A. If there's any kind of reaction, you note down the number of designation of the mix. After that, you move on. I want to see at least 10 kits per lab group. It isn't very interesting, but it isn't hard at least.
He's having us do his laboratory busy work now. This is the equivalent of a scientific sweatshop.
What is he making us do?
I'm not positive. There's not a lot of information here. Based on what we're doing, he's clearly using a brute force approach to some biochemistry. I wish I knew what kind of structural property he was looking for. That would let me know a lot.
Vivi says this as she examines one of the kits and chemical setups in it. Vivi and you, well, mostly Vivi, are able to get through 20 of the kits.
Is he testing the reactions between proteins? Maybe something to do with RNA receptors.
Very good work, you two.
What is this for?
It's just to help you see what it would be like to spend a day in an actual laboratory. Work like this is the day-to-day of any chemist or biochemical engineer. Vivi narrows her eyes at that, but the bell rings. As any high schooler knows, means you don't stay in the classroom any longer than you have to. Professor, is that you? Attending your second science class. Okay, I think it's your turn.
Okay, well, let's go to the exclamation point.
Hey, cheerleaders. You see Jill standing... I guess one cheerleader, singular. You see Jill standing with a small gaggle of people that all seem to be fairly friendly.
Yeah, I know I got bags under my eyes, but Professor Evans has been wanting me to help type all of his notes, and...
He can't type up his own notes.
He's very busy. I'm helping streamline his process.
Doesn't have that weird sickly looking guy as his, that thing where you assist somebody?
Assistant?
That's the one, hun.
You'd think a professor from university can make do with one assistant.
University here. In the States, we say,
Maybe the uncultured Yanks do. Professor Evans is a genius. You maybe all don't get it yet, but what he's doing is going to change the world.
Whoa, hey, okay, we get it. We just think, you seem tired all the time lately.
Evans is really counting on me. I can't just let him down.
You eventually decide to stop eavesdropping. They all seem pretty familiar with each other, and you feel like a fifth wheel just even thinking about going over there. You agree to let Patty use you as a guinea pig for some cooking she's doing in her free time in the lab. You can cook in the lab? Isn't that dangerous? Patty is running around using the ovens they have in the lab for when it's used for home ec class.
Okay, try these.
Patty rushes over a plate of piping hot cookies. They're stacked up in a very Americana way. You pick one up, and drop it right back down.
They're steaming. What did you think was going to happen, dummy?
She has a big smile on her face while saying that. You try again, managing to get a cookie to your mouth without melting anything. It tastes terrible. It's like someone is pouring salt right into your mouth.
Spit out the horrible thing.
You spit out the horrible salt chunked on instinct. You can't help it.
Oh, come on, they're not that bad.
Patty takes a bite out of one of her cookies. She swallows it. She turns slightly green.
See, it's fine.
She carefully puts the cookie down and pushes it away.
I think I used too much salt.
You're pretty sure if she used any more salt, you would have died.
It's not my fault. The ovens here at school are different from the ones at home. I thought I was checking it. It seemed to taste fine when I was mixing it. I don't know why I have such trouble with simple recipes like this. Maybe my palate is broke.
Don't you just have to follow the recipe?
I thought I did. Maybe I got some of the measurements mixed up? Also, I hate when they say things like a pinch or a sifter or whatever other magical made-up measurement. That doesn't mean anything. It just makes me make horrible tasting food. I want to be good at all this stuff. Making cookies, cleaning things, ironing, sewing. I don't seem to have a lot of natural talent for it, though. I think it's fun, but I seem to be so bad at all of it. It's frustrating.
She picks a cookie up and tosses them in the trash.
I just wish it was easier to be who I want to be. Thanks for trying the cookies. Sorry I almost poisoned you.
Anytime, I guess. Patty gives you a cute wink as she goes back to cleaning. Don't let her cook. Complete the second romance scene with Patty.
Okay. Actually, I'm going to let you pick this one too, since there's only 2 left.
You see Vivi trying the door on Avon's office. What are you doing?
What? Nothing. I was just... Oh,
Vivi's hand turns the knob.
it's not locked. Haha, I should go warn Evans about this.
She puts her back to the door and looks at you with an intense gaze. Clearly, she's planning to sneak into Evan's office. I'll go in with you.
Go in with me? What do you mean? I mean,
She looks left and right and then opens the door up.
I'm going to be in and out like a wizard's whisper to the great beyond. Come on.
You don't know what that means, but she motions for you to follow as she slips in. Oh crap, Jill is here. As you enter Evan's office, you hear a feminine cry.
Ah!
It isn't Evans, but Jill, who is in the office sitting behind the desk, working on the pile of papers.
Evans canceled his office hours today. He's not here. You're doing his grading for him? It's just because he's so busy. He's doing very important work. Just tell me what he's working on. Well, considering you've been stealing my notes. One time I picked up one piece of paper. You should already know, so why don't you tell me? He's taking advantage of you. I'm willing to be a part of what he's doing. He's not making me do anything.
Wait, what? Why did it pause? That was weird.
I don't know.
I guess I'll look around the office while they argue. You look around the office while the two of them go at it. You see what you would expect. Books, papers. It's a bit messy, but in that professor way. Some boxes never open. The unopened box just have textbooks written on them. You also see whiteboard, which seems to be covered in what looks like very technical writing. I think it looks like seller shorthand, like N3 and other symbols that you're pretty sure
I need
means...
to get a drink, so I'm gonna...
Okay.
Sorry, I'm gonna mute you. Bye.
N3 and other symbols that you're pretty sure mean specific chemical compounds. You've seen things like this before in science class, but this is much more complex. Vivi, what about this? I don't know when Jubilee's gonna be back.
Oh, wait, is that what I think it is?
Oops. Pause again.
Sorry, I'm gonna put you on mute for just a little bit longer.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Jubilee will be right back. I'm gonna take a sip of my own drink while I wait.
Yeah, I got called out to the living room. It's probably gonna be about 5 minutes. I'm so sorry.
Okay. This is the perfect time for us to do duo trigerdo. Treat? It could be Raider also, maybe. Jarrett? Crete? Garrett? We got all the letters here. Kator? Takor? Actor. It's gonna be actor. Stretch? Alright, let's stretch. What could this be? Use? No. Kate? Sue? Yuzuka? I don't know what this word could be. Ends with a T. Out. A something O-U-T. About. It's gotta be about. Dang, we don't got a lot of things to work with here. ER. Ooh, this looks fun. Yeah, it's basically 32 words at the same time. A-R-E-T. Arrest? No, arrest has 2 R's in it. Oh, alert. It could be alert. It could also be avert. It's probably alert, so let's go with alert. It was avert the whole time. Alcove? No, there's no V. Axcombe? Afco? Actually, A is in the first letters. So let's start with C. Oh, canoe. A-B-E. What the heck could this be? Abby? Like Abby? I mean, I guess. Yeah, it was Abby. Could it be fresh, maybe? It's fresh. Satin. Maybe testy, maybe? Slunk. Peggy? Is Peggy a word? I feel like that's just a noun, right? Like a proper name, I mean. Like it's a woman's name, Peggy. I don't feel like... I'll come back to that one. Could this be muddy? Muddy. This could be muddy. Anything else? Chitty Wuddy? No, I think it's gotta be muddy. L. Oh, bugle. Pixel. Fjord. Dwell. So what's the Peggy word? It is Peggy. What does Peggy mean? Fine. Peggy. A steward in a ship's mess? I did not know that. I guess Jubilee still isn't back, so we can do another one. Practice. Should we bleat, maybe? PLM. Could we plump? No, no piety in. This is gonna be livid or vivid. No, it can't be livid because no L. It could be vivid. Could be anything else. I don't think so. It's gotta be vivid. DI, we don't really know. AC. It could be tacit, I guess. feel like we don't have enough letters for this one. A. AP. It could be payee, like the person who pays, or the person who gets paid, I guess. Voted, this could be. Let's try voted. S A C A. Faved? Waved? Gave? No, not gaved. But it could be faved and waved, I guess. This could be chair. Yeah, I think it has to be chair. It's the only possibility. This is gonna be sleep, right? Oh, it's not sleep. What could it be? Sleek? I guess it's gotta be sleek. March? Could be charm. No, it can't be charm because it's not C first letter. So it's gotta be March, I guess. Something acid. So there's tacit. Is there anything else? Wacit, gacit, facet, jacit, nacit, zacit. No, I think it's gotta be tacit. Alright, let's do tacit. Faker? Waker? I think it's probably faker. It wasn't faker? Oof. Raker? Waker? This could be payee again. That could be nappy, gappy, wappy, zappy. I guess we'll try payee, but I feel like it, I don't know. Oh, it was payee. Okay. Not O second letter. Humor. It's gonna be humor. Bunch? Nothing else, right? Yeah, this is gonna be bunch. Oops, not munch. Bunch. Waved. It's gonna be waved, I guess. Not D first letter. Idiot? Is it idiot? It is idiot. Allay? That's all it could be, right? Messy? Mummy? Oh, not mummy. Gummy. Yeah, I guess it's gummy. It's gonna be juicy. What the heck could this be? Exile. And gaff, maybe? Yeah, gaff. Dang, we have time for another one even? What the heck? Mold, maybe? Not light. E, Y. The last letter is E. Maybe. This could be maybe. This could be coupe, maybe? I, second, middle letter. C, something ID. Cried? Could it be anything else? Coid. No, I think it's gotta be cried. What could this be? Lyser? Relic? Could it be relic? What's relic? Crass, maybe? Drill? T could be either first or middle letter. Tanner? Taffer? Taxer? Taker? Water could also be. Yeah, we don't know enough, I think. Oh, this one. Ambo, maybe?
That one could also be taker.
Are you back?
I'm back.
Let's continue with date C.
Okay.
We're
Wait,
just
no, don't look at that.
looking at this board. Vivi pulls her phone out and starts taking pictures of the whiteboard.
What are you doing? Stop that. You can't just copy Professor Evans's work.
She tries to grab at Vivi's phone.
Hey, stop it. Stop taking photos. Get out. Get out right now.
She starts to get physical, forcing you both to leave the office.
Evans would probably be really upset if he knew you got those photos, Vivi. I assume you aren't going to give them up. I don't know what photos you're talking about. Vivi, just... Evans is not some villain. He's just a scientist, and he really just wants to help people. Like Spike, his life has been so hard. Who's Spike?
Probably the guy who's
The road to-
injured, right?
Huh. Who?
This injured guy that he was helping? That guy's probably
Oh,
Spike.
maybe that's who. Okay. The road to hell? Look, I have to get all the rest of those papers done before the end of the break. I'm going back into the office, and I'm going to lock the door, okay?
Chio shuts Evan's door and there's an obvious locking sound.
She won't believe me.
Maybe she's in love with the professor.
I sure hope not. I think she's in love with him intellectually. Probably more dangerous.
You give her a weird look at that, but she continues.
If it was all weird sex stuff, that's one thing. We could figure it out, and there's legal stuff. If it's just mental, then no matter what he's doing, there's not much we can do. Not if she's okay with the relationship. She's trapped, though. Someone has to rescue or help her.
Vivi blushes in a way that shows that faux pas was way more telling than she meant it to be.
Maybe I'm being selfish in this, but at the same time, I see adults do this to smart kids all the time. I've had it happen to me. It's never good. I need to check on what was on that whiteboard. We'll talk later.
She walks off, checking her phone and trying not to look at anyone. Break in. Complete the second romance scene with Vivi. After your second day at Mansfield High, you stumble into your dorm room. A night of only getting about half your homework done and passing out early is a right of every high school student. You get some shut-eye. You're awake. You don't know why. Your heart is beating 500 times a second. That's huge. That's not healthy. 500 times a second.
Yeah. That's
Actually, a
bad.
second is like insane. 500 times. I was thinking 500 times a minute even, but 500 times a second is you're dead at that point. You feel like your
I
bed
think
is
it's
shaking.
just exaggeration.
The bed isn't shaking. You are. You're terrified. You don't even know why. You can barely move. You're like frozen. The long, twisted shadows of the dorm room seem to reach out for you. The window. You see something out the window. Oh shit, look at that. The rat again? No, so much bigger. A lurching, strange motion. Lumbering? It isn't moving right. Is that a person lurching through the dark? The way it moves makes you want to scream. You can't move, no matter what you do. Frozen as the shape moves from view. When it's finally gone, you sit up with a gasping start. Looking around your dorm room, the shadows are normal again. You take a quick look around outside and you don't see anything, or anyone. Was it just a nightmare? It takes you almost an hour, but you manage to go back to sleep. Day 2, survive.
So how did he wake up? I mean, it's not like there was a noise or anything. There was a shadow moving outside of his window.
Yeah, it might be sleep paralysis. Like, you know, he was seeing things in nightmares and...
Oh, that's true.
Campus is swarming with cops, at least half a dozen. There's a police caution tape around the old traffic control tower. Good time period. Hey, Callow. One of the cops has a nicer hat than the others. He looks like the one in charge. There's no security camera on campus? Nope. At least I hope not. I mean, I don't think so. Right. I think we can gather up all the students. I'm sure this is gonna wind them all up. Yeah, probably a good idea. You and a lot of other students showing up on campus mill around trying to see what's going on, and yet far enough away not to be able to see or make out much. You wander over to Vivi, who just seems to be staring at the ground in front of the tower. Vivi doesn't seem to notice when you come over. Hi? She jumps.
Oh, hello. Sorry, I didn't see you there. I was
Lost in the absurdity of life? Vivi lets out a snort.
That's just every moment of the day.
Vivi looks up at the top of the tower, then back at the base.
I'm mostly thinking about how different it is. Reality, I guess. People are saying someone fell off the tower, and now they're dead. Just dead. Alive, and then...
She goes quiet for a moment.
It's not like in a book or a game, or like when one of your characters might die or something. I don't like it.
She looks bothered, though you don't have the words to help. You hope being around helps some. You think it does, but she remains quiet. Long way down, learned about the terrible accident on campus. French
Great.
class is a buzz of rumors about what's going on, quite literally. Students are speaking loudly and wild theories are being flung around. Someone suggests there was a murder on campus, someone else a gang murder, someone else a political murder.
Settle, class, settle. There was no murder. Tragedy, yes, but no murder. A homeless person fell off a tower. No one is supposed to go up there, but don't even go near it. The police are doing an investigation. There may be an assembly later, but I thought for class we could just watch a movie today.
There's a general cheers for the movie.
So, I shall show you Plio de 5 a 7, one of my personal favorites. What?
As the film starts to roll, the students' excitement is slowly waning. It's an old black and white film about some woman who is waiting to find out if she has cancer. It is quite the mood in the air.
It doesn't matter if she has cancer. She's barely alive as it is. Antoine is cute. He's a badass. Probably killed people in the war. Oh, this is a love story. How sweet.
You don't know if any of the girls actually understand the movie. To be fair, you don't know if you do either. And attend your third French class. Alright, your turn.
No, I picked the last one. The exclamation point, remember?
No, I don't remember. No, wait, I definitely picked last one, because I chose to go break into Evan's office.
Oh, well.
You've agreed to help Patty with her rat revenge plot.
Does this look like a hole to you? Or a rat hole?
I just realized she's down here bending over.
Yeah.
Patty is on her hands and knees looking at holes in and around the library area. It's an old building. There are a lot of holes. Many of them possibly rat holes.
Kind of looks like a rat hole to me. We only have so many traps, though.
Patty opens up her backpack. It seems to be filled entirely with rat traps, the cheap wooden kind.
There were some traps that were designed to not hurt the rat. Humanitarian, I think they called them, which is funny because rats aren't humans. They are way too expensive, though.
She sets one of them down in front of the supposed rat hole.
Stupid rat.
Yeah, next hole.
Next hole.
You two move on, checking holes for rat droppings and fresh bite marks.
I think this one is active. Give me a trap.
You hand her another trap.
Eat this, tasty cheese rat. Eat it and get your back broken.
Patty stops and looks at the trap for a moment before she puts it down.
Rat traps are kind of brutal, aren't they?
It breaks her back. Like you said, it breaks her back.
Stop. I don't want to think about it. Oh, she was at 47. Now she's at 44.
I think it paralyzes them. Oh, it went down.
Now
even
she's
further.
at 42. I said stop.
Then they die of...
La 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 la. I can't hear you.
Patty slams another trap down in front of the hole and moves on, hands over her ear so she doesn't even have to hear about the reality of rat traps. You and Sally travel around the library, setting down rat traps near anything that looks like a rat hole. Also a few things that don't. Eventually, she runs out of traps.
We'll see tomorrow if we hit rat or not. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thanks for keeping me company.
She gives you a quick kiss on the cheek like she was 5 or something and runs off. We barely got to see the kiss. It was like for one frame.
Well, you could rewind it.
Rat
Just
hunt
kidding.
failed. Complete the first romance scene with... That's the first one? Weren't we on the third one by now?
I don't know. Well, that was the first one with Patty.
Yeah, we did. We definitely did a romance scene with Patty before. Here, look. Complete the second romance scene with Patty. That was the cooking one.
Oh, yep. Well, this is the first one now. Good job. We're going backwards.
Yeah, I'm reading... No, I guess we never got... We did first with Vivi. Then second with Patty. Now we did first with Patty.
Yeah. See?
Okay. So now
Let's do Alicia.
this one?
Yep.
You spot Alicia in the meadow and wood shop part of something. Oh, wait, it's on auto. It's auto. She seems to be working on something. She's cutting a large piece of metal with what seems to be a saw that's going straight through the meadow. The sparks are pretty cool. She finishes up the cut and turns the saw off, setting her own safety equipment to the side and wiping some sweat off her brow. It's hard to deny that she looks good when she sweats. Just stare at her like a creeper, right? What do we say? Or what do we do?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you, cheapily.
Oh, I thought you were saying that that's what you were going to pick. Just try hello.
You walk up to her and she looks over, momentarily confused. Oh, hello.
Oh, hey, squeaker.
We're at 1 heart. Good progress. It's
All
working.
right.
You've engaged her in conversation. Something about her intense gaze feels you with nerves, though. What
What are you
say?
working on?
So, what are you working on?
Working on?
Yeah, like, what is this project?
Oh, I just like cutting sheet metal, practicing my technique mostly. Here, let me show you something.
She motions you closer, and as you lean in, you jump back terrified as the saw goes out very near your face. Whoa! No safety goggles on, no power.
Sorry, coach.
Alicia keeps her eyes focused on you as she apologizes to the teacher. Wait, you're the shop teacher as well?
He looks the shop room.
Sometimes.
He looks the shop room sometimes. Coach, the new kid is bothering me. Oh, great.
Hey, transfer kid, stop bothering her. Alicia goes back to whatever project she was working on, and as the teacher shuffles you out of the room.
She's got 3 arts.
Okay, it's still
Your
your
pick.
turn to choose, so which one do you choose?
Well, let's see. I pick, let me think about this. Because there's so many choices on the screen. Hold on a second. I'm trying to decide. I think maybe oh, I don't know. It's kind of hard. Let's see. There's the no, that doesn't have a thing by it. There's also the no, that doesn't have a thing by it. Well, Anne, if I choose this one, then you get to choose first next time, right?
We'll see.
I guess I choose the tower.
You head over to the tower, staring up at it. It's hard to think about what it would be like to fall off of it. Hey, kid, get off the grass. You see the sheriff walking over to you. Didn't your teachers tell you to stay away? I know. Tell kids not to go near a thing. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Not much of a crime scene to protect, but procedure is procedure. You live on campus? You give him a nod. You see anything strange last night?
Ask him about what happened.
What actually happened? Oh, well, don't worry about it too much. I'll be telling everyone a bit later. Now move along and stay away from the tower, alright? He shoos you off.
Oh man, we should have told him what we saw last night.
All the students are funneled into the assembly hall. Settle down, kids. Settle. Look, they're so loud. There's a loud piercing whistle. Alright, all you underdeveloped fetuses. Sheriff Matthews needs your attention. Give it. All the kids look up to the front. It does quiet down, mostly. However, given what's going on, whispering and rumors are rippling out around at incredible speeds. Now, I'm sure you're all very worried.
You're worried.
Alicia, do not make me give you more gum duty. Be quiet. A member of the local law enforcement is talking. Don't worry about it, Coach. Kids will be kids. I mean, my own daughter insisted on coming to school today, even though I tried to keep her at home. One day, they're your little girl. The next day, they're making choices all on their own. Evans looks very sad for a moment. His poker face returns to, where's Evans in all this?
Is that Evans?
All of you, no need to worry. What you probably heard is true. Someone died on the school campus last night. However, we figured out their identity and it seems it was probably an accident. They were probably drunk and went up to the tower and then fell. The person who got hurt is not a student. I doubt any of you knew him. For obviously reasons, no one is allowed up on the tower anymore, and going up there could be grounds for suspension and even legal action. This is for your own safety. Sheriff starts taking questions. One of the students asks him if he's ever shot a man. No stupid questions! Everyone else only asks questions that are not like that. Vivi's sitting next to you. You notice that she's leaning over. She wants to say something. She stays leaned over for a while. Eventually,
I feel bad that I don't feel bad about the guy who died. Is that weird?
I don't really feel bad either.
Why not?
I don't know, I just don't.
I don't know him. I feel like I should feel bad. I feel bad about not feeling bad. That doesn't really count, though.
After a few very pointless questions for Sheriff Matthews, the assembly ends and everyone heads back to class. On the way out of assembly, you see one of the girls from your class run off. Is this, the radio lady? I forgot, Oregon Grimes or something? I forgot her name. Oh, she's
What's up
gone
with
now.
her? Yeah, she's gone.
Oh, Oriana, that's
Probably
it.
chasing UFOs. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oriana Graves. Probably chasing UFOs. Oriana is a weird girl.
Commotion in the
Isn't
common
she the
room.
one that found the time machine, though?
Attended the meeting in the assembly hall. Yeah, I think she is. You decide to hang out with Patty at the library. My dad's the
My
sheriff.
dad's a sheriff.
Go ahead.
Really? I think I've mentioned that. It's kind of neat because, you know, he's a sheriff. However, it has its downsides too. Oh, so she was the one who was told not to come over or come to school today. He's way overprotective, my dad, though. Like, way. Once he pulled me out of a tumbling class because I bumped my head. Like, forever. I never got to go back. He hates the idea that the world is full of so many things that could hurt his family. He's always trying not to talk about some things he hears or sees. You can tell. And sometimes if he's working at home, he leaves out some photos or reports. I don't go peeping, but I've seen things on the kitchen table late at night when I go for a glass of water.
Hey, looks off. She's obviously thinking about something specific.
What do you think of guns?
Wow, this is escalating quickly.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to talk about this at school?
Oh, we can talk about anything at school,
Hey looks left and right.
as long as no teacher hears us. Don't tell her this, but I'm really jealous of Alicia playing with rifles all the time. She's always going to the local shooting range and talking about how she used a 264 or something else really cool like that. It's not a 264. I wish I got to play with guns that much. I wish I got to fire a Winchester every week. It's a 364 Magnum, but not a 264.
So why don't you?
My dad, Patty.
She's doing an obvious impression of her dad. It sounds kind of like Fred Flintstone's.
Patty, now don't shoot a gun to play around. You're going to practice with a gun. You're going to practice with the gun you'd really use.
She sighs after the impression.
They'll only let me play with rifles if I agree to go hunting or something. Otherwise, it's all small caliber self-defense pistols, specifically the ones he owns and keeps in the house. I told him I'd buy one of the other guns, and he told me good luck. Guns are expensive. I'll never afford one of those on ordinary salary of a high school student who doesn't work and has a dad who doesn't believe in allowance. I just want to shoot something other than a cult official sometime.
Maybe get a job to save up?
Oh, I mean, I've thought about it, but my dad doesn't want me working. He says it'll build bad habits in me. Which is his way of saying he doesn't want me to get too independent. He's kind of old-fashioned like that. I don't mind too much. Jobs seem kind of horrible, honestly. I'd rather do something I want to do. Like, go shooting. Right back around to the same thing again. But that takes money! Ah!
Patty gives a cute laugh.
I just feel less afraid when I hold a gun. Sometimes I carry one around. Not, just around. It makes it so I can face anything. I only do it if I feel really unsafe. I just don't keep a gun on me all the time. Go ahead, check my purse. No gun.
She lifts her purse up and holds it out. You do check.
Hey, don't look at my purse. What's wrong with you?
She snatches her purse back.
I want my own rifle. I guess having my own pistol is enough.
She mumbles this as she stares off, obviously fantasizing about the firearm she could have one day.
Well, that was an awkward conversation. Good pick there, Nebu.
Thank you. When you show up to science class, the students are all milling around outside.
He's just been so busy. It's really understandable. If you just knew what he was working on. Yeah? What is he working on? I don't think he's allowed me to just do this. Shouldn't the coach be here?
You see there's a note tacked up outside the science room. It just says class cancelled. Maybe we should go in anyways?
The door's locked. First thing we tried. It actually took a few minutes for someone to try.
Everybody's relationships updated.
Oh. We could break the door down, have class anyways. You do remember that my dad and a lot of other cops are just walking around campus right now, right? Huh, yeah. Let's not have to break the door down yet. Where is Evans? I don't know. I don't. I wish I did.
Students mill around for a few more minutes, but eventually they disperse. Attend your third science class. Alright, what's your choice?
Well, let's try Bao this time.
You agree to let Bao interview you as a voice of the new transfer student in school.
First, I want to thank you for allowing me to interview you as a new transfer student.
Thanks.
The questions are going to come hot and heavy, so don't expect me to hold back.
What is this for again?
School paper, if they'll have it. My blog, if they won't. Why did you leave your last school?
I got in trouble. There was this fight and...
Everybody loves a bad boy.
She interrupts you so quickly it's hard to imagine she actually heard you.
Are you into boys, girls, neither, both?
Girls?
Good choice. Always been a fan myself.
See, I knew it.
Okay.
Wait, what did she just say?
Still a virgin?
What? Can she ask that? The way she stares at you makes it clear that she expects an answer. She taps her pen against her notebook. What did we say?
Don't look at me. You're the one that's answering all the questions.
No.
Didn't think so.
What is that supposed to mean?
How do you feel about spaghetti straps?
What?
They're a big thing. Got banned this year. No one is supposed to wear them, but everyone does on the sly.
I don't know what those are.
They're dresses or tops, where the way it hangs off the body is with tiny little straps. Like a tank top, but the part that comes up over the shoulder is thin like spaghetti.
Is that what they are? Well, now you know.
You come across a turtle overturned in the desert.
It's supposed to be a tortoise, this question. That sounds familiar.
You don't have enough food for both of you to survive.
Okay, it's a different question. Of course I don't.
So do you just save the turtle, put the turtle out of its misery, or leave the turtle to its fate, which is the same thing?
That's not a fair question. All three are horrible.
That's the point.
Leave the turtle to its fate. I would leave the turtle to its fate.
Just leave the turtle all alone in this world.
I cannot save it, but I don't have to kill it. Maybe I'll get lucky.
Or die horribly and slowly.
I guess.
Okay, I have all I need.
Huh? Wait, that's all you want to know?
I'll see you around, new kid. Don't be a stranger.
With that, she puts her notebook in her bag and heads off. You can't even begin to imagine what she would write based off of that interview. Then again, it slowly dawns on you that she knows a lot more about you than she did 10 minutes ago.
Dun dun dun.
Have you been handing out love potions? Have a romantic interaction with every girl in a single playthrough. You see Sheriff Matthews and he's yelling at someone. This isn't a conversation. Like most people, when a man openly carrying a firearm is yelling, you pay attention. I need you to listen to me.
Why? You never listen to me.
He's yelling at Patty. Right in the middle of campus, near the tower, they've broken into a full-on family fight mode. It's clear that whatever has boiled over has gotten so heated that they don't really remember or care who might be watching. Because I can't trust you with anything. I told you to stay home, and then you tricked your mother.
Tricked? I said, Mom, I want to go to school. Dad wouldn't drive me. Would you drive me? Some trick.
Your mother knows better than to openly go against my wishes.
She probably realized how stupid your wishes were. What do you think I'm going to do? Catch death from some homeless suicide victim? We have crime scenes photos out on the kitchen table sometimes, Dad. I'm not afraid of death.
Look here, little missy.
I probably should be, Dad. I probably should want to stay home.
Listen to me when I'm talking to you.
But it's so normal to me that I'd rather just be here.
I don't like you having to be around this sort of thing.
You suck at keeping me out of it then.
Your mother... It's just getting louder. It's just getting louder. Also, they seem to both be talking past one another and not even reacting to what the other is saying after a while. Everyone is starting to look. It's like a train crash, only far more interesting because the train is yelling about private family affairs very loudly. It seems like this might go on for a bit. Let's do the ballsy thing in this.
Yeah.
You grab Patty's hand firmly. She looks at your hand and then at you and then back to her dad. And who might this young man be?
He's my friend, Dad. I think he's sick of you treating me like I'm an invalid.
I do not treat you like an invalid. You should. Your voice cracks. You should. That sounded better, but the man has a revolver on his hip. Trying to sound intimidating probably isn't going to work. Just step off yourself. There's a bit of a ripple through everyone watching. Patty as well. The sheriff also. Son, I don't even know you, and I'm sure as hell not your son. Patty's your daughter, though. I know you're afraid bad things will happen to her, but getting in a shouting match in the middle of school is only going to alienate her from her friends and from you. All your fear is doing is driving her away from everyone and making her life objectively worse. You give your best crazy eyes at him, trying a variety of different expressions, hoping one of them is the don't shoot me face. There is a very long moment. It stretches out into the longest moment of all time. You start to wonder if time itself has stopped. Patty is silent. Matches is silent. The quad is silent. Not a single voice drifts. Then Sheriff Matthews spits to the side. Patty, you agree with any of that drill that came out of that boy's mouth? Patty nods. Well, I think you should bring this friend of yours around for dinner sometime. She pats you on the shoulder and walks past you and just walks off towards the parking lot. You see Bao across the way staring straight at you. She mouths holy shit very widely.
I can deal with him. You didn't have to do that.
She kisses you on the neck and grabs her hand while she does it. She grabs her own hand?
Mm-hmm.
Her finger intertwines with yours. The kiss isn't just a peck on the cheek. You feel her lips pressing against you. You can feel your heart beating in your chest.
500 times a second.
Yeah.
But thanks.
Like this chest, see?
Mm-hmm.
She says this gently, like a whisper, before she heads off. That's several minutes before you can think again. Third romance scene with Patty. At least we got 1, 2, and 3 now. I think. Did we get 2? Yeah, we did get 2. So we got 2, then 1, then 3.
Yeah.
After a very strange day, you make it back to your dorm. It's hard to focus on homework than you expected. All you can think about is that tower, and how dark it would be if you fell off in the middle of the night. Sleep does not come easily. Once more, you find yourself staring out the window at night. However, tonight is too dark. Maybe there's no moon, it's just black. Sleep comes eventually.
So does
Day
morning.
3. One more day.
Ooh.
We
Oh
need to
my
get a
goodness.
date right now! Julie, get us on a date! The tower is still roped off, but there doesn't seem to be any cops on campus anymore, at least.
We're missing someone.
French class is
Patty.
mostly boring for once, though Jill didn't come to class today.
Oh, Jill.
There's an odd feeling in the air as you make your way to the gym class. Okay, you young minds, line up! Oh yeah, it is mostly girls. And this is Oregon, right? Or Oriana, or whatever her name is.
Oriana Graves.
We're playing Horde today. It's like dodgeball, only instead of getting out, you go to the other side. Aim for the ankles.
Aim
2
for the
points.
ankles. 2 points.
Oh, I thought that was a coach still. Sorry.
It's okay.
Below the neck and above the knees only. Anything else gets you gum duty.
Good. Lame.
The game goes like any dodgeball game. People rush and grab the balls. They go flying this way and that, and you suddenly realize that it's only you and Bao on your side, and pop.
Ah, you're on my team now. Sorry.
And then it's just you on one side and the rest of the class on the other.
Oh boy. Just close your eyes. I'm not the last one. Yes.
You face the rest of the class. Half a dozen dodgeballs rise up.
Aim for his ankles.
Do not aim for his ankles! The other students raise the balls into the air. Half a dozen red dodgeballs ready to go flying. No way to dodge, catch, or do anything but get struck. It could have been any of you instead of me. But it's... Oh,
But it's you today.
Livy's ball flies first. The others come after. The game ends as you're impacted with enough dodgeballs to take you off your feet. Game's done. Okay, everyone, good hustle. Free time for the rest of the period. For the rest of class, people break up into little groups. You're playing four squares when you see Alicia and the coach talking in his office. Alicia seems oddly calm. The PE teacher seems to be yelling at her. After a while, it gets so loud everyone can hear it. Alicia walks out of the office, seeming to leave the teacher mid-yell. The PE teacher looks over through the glass of his office to see where the whole class is watching. He comes out, his face a bit red. What are y'all staring at? Class dismissed. Go shower or whatever you all do after class. The students don't need to be told twice, and everyone rushes off, taking the free time. Do we get to shower with the girls?
Uh,
Here it comes. You take your time heading to the shower, thinking you're all alone. When actually... However, you hear one of the showers is on. It's the guy shower, so you didn't think it was that big of a deal. Well, however, you see through the steam that the shape is not male. Is that Alicia?
the hell, dude? What are you doing?
We're at 0 hearts now with Alicia. But this is the...
Get out! I'm naked.
A washcloth hits you right in the face, forcing you to retreat.
Perv.
This is private. Hattie shower encounter. So what do you pick?
Well, let's go with Patty. Since we need to live.
You decide to hang out with Patty at the library. She seems like she needs to talk.
Pretty crazy. What happened with the tower, right? One moment you're... well, my dad says it was a homeless guy who looked like he'd been in a car accident. So, I don't know if I'd call that a life.
Patty doesn't seem to mean that in a mean way, despite how her words came out. She looks sad, very sad. I don't like any of these responses.
No, me either.
Everyone dies, but we're young.
Are we all that young? I'm a senior. I don't know. Tomorrow, real life is bearing down. And the day after that, maybe being alone and afraid and hurt and falling and...
But you're not like that now. Right now, you're young, healthy, and, you know.
I know. I guess I'm afraid. I mean, on the one hand, you're right. Life is something you just have to take as it comes and enjoy when it's good. But...
Patty rubs her arm and goes quiet. She takes a few moments, but eventually she says...
I don't want to end up like that.
Which one do we say?
Alone?
End up alone?
No. No, I don't want that. I'm very scared of that.
She swallows hard, taking a slow, deep breath.
I think I'm more scared of that than I am of death. I just keep thinking about... Okay, look, don't think I'm self-centered. At least not...
She stops for a moment.
Maybe I am, but I just keep thinking of myself old and alone, and I'm so scared of it. I want a big family. I want lots of kids. I want people around me all the time. I never want to be wandering the highway alone and afraid at night. Not ever.
She gets a sort of pouty look on her face.
Of course, who would ever want someone who can't even cook?
She kind of rolls her eyes over to you in a slow way, obviously wanting you to just tell her something nice. There's a lot more to you than cooking? Question mark.
You think so?
She says this in a way that sounds so hopeful. Yes, of course.
What else do you think I have to offer?
She tilts her head back, her eyes focus on you. Oh no, the trap springs shut. You have to say something. You're, what do we say?
Artistic nature.
Is she really artistic though? We've never seen her do anything artsy.
She's the one who did the diorama.
Is that art? Isn't that a science thing?
Upbeat attitude. Good lord.
She's been kind of mopey recently. Artistic nature.
Haha, I'm not that artistic.
She waves you off, but then keeps talking.
I mean, everyone says I have a good eye. A lot of girls ask me about fashion advice too. I've got really good color sense. You'd look better if you put a bit more effort into your appearance.
She reaches out to run her fingers through your hair, as if combing it out.
People judge you sometimes without knowing you. You should be careful.
She smiles at you, adjusting your clothing a little. The conversation drifts away from such serious topics. She spends most of the rest of the time talking about how she likes making cute outfits. History class with PE teacher goes like it normally does. Okay, who wants to start reading on page 411?
Oh!
Vivi's hand shoots into the air. Alicia makes a sarcastic comment. Val makes fun of her for making fun of Vivi, and Patty acts exasperated. It's amazing how quickly you've gotten to know these people as well as you have. Something about Jill's seat being empty makes you feel uneasy, though.
In 1855, John Snow published an article that is widely viewed as watershed movement in the germ theory.
Just read the book.
Actually, though, this was the second edition of the article. I'm pretty sure he published it first in 54 or 53. I need to check.
Just read the book.
It's wrong, though.
Patty, could you pick up where Vivi left off?
Gladly. Ahem. He proposed boiling and filtering the water before drinking it. His proposals were convincing enough. The info is wrong, though. No one cares. I mean, all those people are dead anyways. Dates and facts matter.
Quiet! This is a classroom, not a debate hall. Patty, if you would.
His proposals were convincing enough that the local city...
The rest of the class is about the progression of germ through the 1800s. For some reason, you spend the whole class with your hair standing on end. Then your fourth history class. Now what? Or actually, you picked.
I
right?
picked the
So,
last
yeah.
one.
You agreed. Oh no, cooking again. You agreed to let Patty cook for you again, despite almost choking to death last time.
Ooh, this oven is hot today.
You haven't noticed, though Patty does seem to be sweating. She has no sweater under the apron today. She's just wearing a simple tank top underneath it, with spaghetti straps. Something about the whole look.
I hope you like my cookies this time.
She gives you a big smile, kind of bending over as she says it. It makes you feel funny. She seems to be in a weirdly good mood while baking the cookies. However, you watch her add salt to the mix and... Wait, what is she using to measure with? Is that like half a cup? Jubilee. We lost Jubilee again. What the heck?
So, sorry. So, like 3 of these.
Warn her about oversalting. That's not, careful with the salt.
Huh? What do you mean?
It takes you a bit, but you get her to use the right measurement tool for the salt. She seemed to think a teaspoon was a quarter of a cup for some reason.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow, you seem to know a lot about cooking.
You really don't. However, she seems to mostly be on the right path now. No, but if she taught that, then she would have put too much of all ingredients, right? So it would have balanced out anyway. Like
yeah.
About
Unless,
10 minutes
like-
later.
Well, if she thinks a teaspoon is a quarter of a cup, then the quarter of a cup would be a quarter of a cup, and the half cup would be a half cup, but like the teaspoon was like
Oh, so she
that
only...
much more.
Yeah.
Cookies are done. Make sure to let them cool.
Oven mitts and apron, she carries a tray of cookies over to you. Honestly, you forget what the cookies taste like. You say something about how good they taste.
Thanks. I hope I can make cookies for you again.
She makes sure you take the ones that you both don't eat with you when she's done.
Aww.
You show up to science class, and once more, there's the same note outside the class. Class cancelled.
This isn't okay. I mean, if I have to be here, he should have to be here. This is illegal, right? My father was pissed when I told him about this last night, and he said that the school is required by the state to make sure we're supervised at all times. I do not feel supervised.
You should at least give us a substitute.
At the very least, it's not safe to leave us unsupervised. I don't like it.
Okay, calm down, everyone. Your substitute science teacher is here.
Oh boy, you're late.
I'm a sub. Me being here at all is really something you should be thankful for. Trust me. The PE teacher unlocks the science room, letting everyone in. Once class gets underway. So, okay, we are... What the heck is a pipette?
Oh!
The PE teacher and all the other students look over at Vivi with a bit of an annoyed expression. She lowers her hand out of the air slowly. You know what? I think we'll just watch a movie. The whole class cheers. Well, Vivi looks annoyed.
Finally, a good call from the coach. It's okay, Vivi. I think the school should fire Professor Evans. They really should. He's been fired before. I found proof. Doesn't surprise me.
The PE teacher rolls the TV over and puts on an educational film. Video tries to teach you about hemoglobins, but mostly just makes you sleepy. Now what?
My turn?
Yep.
Well, let's go with Patty so we
As-
can live.
I was gonna say, are you gonna condemn us to death, or are we gonna get the good ending? You decide to hang out with Patty in the library. She has a magazine out. She's looking at photos of beautiful women in very expensive outfits. Though they don't seem to just be general models.
She's so pretty. What do you think of her dress?
Before you can answer,
It makes her look so elegant. This is my favorite edition of this magazine. They do this focus on like famous women who decided to become homemakers. Look at this. It's a spread of her whole home. Look how she matches her dress with the dinner setup. Isn't that so amazing?
you draws your attention to the very fake-looking house. It is pretty, but it seems pretty clear it's all staged, like everything in the magazine.
This is Holly Gethley. She's one of my dream girls. She gave up being a CEO of $1 million app company to raise 2 twin girls. Look at how adorable they are on her lap.
She turns the page and shows you another picture. What should we say?
What are you gonna pick?
Yeah, I'm asking you. What should we say?
That's brave of her? I don't know.
That's brave of her.
Brave?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Deciding to devote yourself to something else, it's brave.
Yeah, it is brave.
Heather gives a weirdly serious nod at that. Like you just said the most amazing thing ever.
I hope I can be that brave someday. I want to devote myself to a family, if I found the right one. I hope I can find the right person to start a family with someday. Someone who wants that too, and wants a sort of white picket fence life.
Heather gives a big sigh and looks off.
I hope I can find someone like that soon.
Look at her exaggerated breathing as she stares at us.
Not even noticing that because it's like behind the page.
At first you think she wants you to say something, but instead she pats your shoulder and puts her stuff away.
Okay, see you around.
She gives you a weird smile as she kind of hops off, leaving you a bit confused. Normally she'd spend the next 10 minutes talking about what kind of fence she'd like or something. Is she okay? Oh no, we didn't get fourth romantic encounter or whatever it is with Patty. Is that bad? Near the end of a very long week, you're trying to decide if you should just go to bed early or get on some of your homework. Oh, do you think this is Patty? There's a knock on the door.
Maybe.
Sounds nervous. Yep. When you open the door, you see Patty.
Hey. Hi. Hey, hi. I was wondering if maybe it'd be okay with me cooking for you tonight?
We don't have a kitchen here, but you're free to use the bed. She looks so nervous. You're not sure why she should be so nervous. She is wearing the apron she wears when she cooks, which is kind of cute. She's also not wearing her sweater despite it being evening. You don't think you've ever seen her out of her sweater except that one time.
I didn't bring a lot of ingredients, so we'll have to figure out something to cook.
She seems to be wearing only the apron. Yeah, no bra. And it looks like panties, though. She's standing there at your door in just an apron.
So, can I come in?
Patty, I'm not so sure. Yes! You try and shout it, but it comes out more like a squeak. Moving out of the way, she hurries in. Oh, it's out of 120. We only got 80 out of 120?
Oh geez, it was cold out there.
You can't help but watch her on the way in. She's wearing her underwear under the apron, though that wasn't clear until you saw her from behind. Seemed like a... Oh.
See, it seemed like a really great idea at the time. I thought, haha, super romantic.
She looks at you in an embarrassed way.
You should know that I'm not experienced.
Patty's voice upticks a bit on the word
Great.
experience. She's not actually asking a question, but it sure sounds like she is.
And, I don't really want to do things with someone I'm not planning to at least, fall in love with. So, what kind of cookies do you want?
She tries to give a sexy smile and pose. Her insecurities come off her in waves that threaten to overwhelm you. At the same time, well, you can see a future in front of you that looks a lot like Patty stretching out. Patty, I want all your cookies. Hey, sorry, sus.
Wow. Okay.
She comes over to you slowly.
Well, you can have them all, if you plan to always clean up after yourself.
I don't know what the... She kisses you. Hard. Deep. She's sucking in your tongue. She's pushing against you.
Is this TOS?
You kiss her back even deeper. For a moment, you're afraid you're going to hurt her. But she's kissing you back just as hard, the two of you pushing together. Hey, look, here's her apron.
Yep, you dropped it off.
Feeling her body against yours, you're not sure if the two of you could stop now if you wanted to. TOS left a while ago, says Sai. You feel a heat filling you. You can feel your pulse in every part of your body. Her mouth is on yours again as you do. She pulls you to the bed, her arms running along you, her fingers in your hair.
Be gentle.
She whispers this before she bites you on the ear. Something inside you seems
Wow,
to boil
that's-
over. And you have to hold yourself back to be anywhere near gentle. Less and less clothing stands between the two of you as you continue to kiss, squeeze, feel. It's awkward, bumbling, but there's this throbbing heat that never lets you stop. The two of you in the sheets of your bed, on top of them really. Anyone could just peek in your window, and you can't get up to close the blinds. You can't think past the warmth of her body.
So, hopefully all the people that are in here are over the age of 18.
You have to click a
Perhaps
thing.
even 21 or 25, because...
Like, I think when you go to this channel the first time, there's a prompt that forces them to click.
Oh,
They're
okay.
18, yeah. She smells like shampoo, sugar, and magazines. She tastes like warm, sweet, and fresh cookies. Her hands find the throbbing heat that threatens to overwhelm you, and she eases you on top of her. Something about her face, she looks so happy. You forget about anything but her, the two of you becoming one. You don't even remember falling asleep, you just remember being sweaty, spent, both of you having had no idea what you were doing. But now, sweaty, tired, she's already asleep in your arms, her head against your chest. She looks so calm. You remember her face, and for maybe the first time in your life, not being worried about anything. We did it! We stopped the zombie apocalypse! Wait, we didn't. The outbreak has begun. Time is running out, survived day 4. That's the way a cookie crumbles. Probably that's a 4 for Mythic Encounter, I don't know. The morning comes. It comes slow despite it seeming to be very early. You were up late, yet for some reason you're already up.
Well,
Patty has her back to you. She's curled up like she's hiding.
uh-oh. I can't believe I'm waking up in a man's bed. Especially as I'm not married.
Patty looks over at you from her side of the bed, one eye from under her hair, obviously waiting to see how you react to that. Marriage?
Yes, marriage. I mean, I want to get married someday. Probably not that far off. I think most girls are like that.
Her tone shifts to a darker one.
Or they should be. Skanks.
She frowns as she judges them silently.
Well,
The morning is warmer and nicer than any you've had in a long time, but there's still class. Madame Bouvier's class is still, as always, only ostensibly about the French language.
Arrow of Time is a theory about existence, and the way time travel might actually work. Is anyone familiar?
She says in English.
Oh! Oh! Is this going to be on the test? If our test is going to have Star Trek junk on it, which I wouldn't put past her. Arrow of Time is a theory that time travel can't actually change time, because what happened will always have happened. She didn't raise her hand. I'm still right. No, this won't be on the test. Yes, this is often used in sci-fi, but I think it has meaning in our daily life. We cannot gather up more time. Time is not something that ever comes back. It is only used and then it is gone. This does not mean one should not allow the NYE to take over. What we have is a gift. Qui ne va pas what?
What doesn't go forward regresses or goes back, I guess.
Okay.
Vivi nods her head while the other girls mostly seem to understand about as much French as you do.
What about you? What would you do if faced with the finality of your choices?
Annoyingly, she's staring right at you. The 4 girls around you slowly look in your direction. It's pretty clear the teacher expects an answer. Do the best of the choices I've made?
Spoken like a true hero.
This is the same quote that... Was it her? Vivi said earlier, he who fears to suffer is already suffering from what he fears.
That was not the same one from before.
Yeah, one of these characters said that before. Like, we've seen that quote before. The other people in class, including you, don't really seem to like any of them. Don't seem like any of them have any idea what she said. Thankfully, the bell rings, saving you from your teacher's disturbingly intense gaze. Everyone quickly files out. The odd energy from Madame Bouvier tends to drive the students away quickly.
Au revoir for homework. Seize the day.
Complete all French lessons. You're one of the last people out of the classroom. You weren't expecting so many screams. The way they're echoing down the corridor makes your impression of them even worse. The landscape you view through the window is not one from before class. Sick-looking students, pale like walking corpses. They're attacking people. Each other? Other students?
Oh no. No, I have to do something.
Oriana, of all people, shouts with some kind of confidence, but then she just sprints off, and she's gone. All you can see is the door slamming after her. It's just as you and the horrible shambling things coming at you. There. Oh god, zombies! Your scream mixes with other students. You lose track of everything and everyone. Its bodies in panics, the firm grip of primal fear seizing your heart like a vice. One of the sick-looking students, this one with the gray empty eyes. It grabs at you with cold fingers. You can't get free. It pulls you close and you can smell the putrid breath as its jaw seems to dehinge.
Ew. Oh.
Bang! The smoking, splattering hole that used to be the thing that grabbed you's head gurgles. It falls to the ground and someone grabs your arm and pulls. Wait, what happened? We're surrounded by
Come
zombies,
on.
Sai. And then Patty saved us with her gun. How do we get... There's zombies!
Yeah.
How do we get to the zombies? Because there was a rat that is infected or something, I think. It's Patty. She got a revolver in her hand. It looks crazy. The tip is literally smoking. It's always been hard to think of her as anything but the sweet girl, but in this moment, in this context, she looks like some kind of urban warrior. For a moment, the
Yeah.
panic stops. Then you're running with her. The sick-looking students are everywhere. Oh, that's the Z part of the title. Yes, exactly. But whenever one gets close... Bang. She only gets like 6 shots though, right? She just conserve her ammo.
Yeah, because it's a revolver. Hmm.
A gun is very, very useful in this exact situation. What are we gonna do, Patty?
I don't know. I don't know.
You're the one with the gun.
Having a gun doesn't make you not panic.
Better wave that around fondly. Patty waves the gun around in a crazy sort of way. Whoa, whoa, calm down. We just need to think. Patty falls against you.
I'm so scared.
She's still holding the gun. Thankfully, she seems to know what she's doing with it, even as she hugs you with her non-gun holding arm.
It's the end of the world or something. I wish my dad was here.
Yeah, I was just thinking what we should probably do is go to her house, because her dad probably has more guns, and then we can, like, arm up and then try to survive.
My dad. I need to call my dad and we need to find someplace safe.
The girls' bathroom?
You would. What? But you're a...
That's where we can find the bra, right?
Yeah.
Bang! A zombie falls down in the hall. A zombie down the hall falls over in a spurt of blood. Patty lowers her gun, panting.
Right. World ending. Only 3 bullets left. Let's go.
The two of you rush into the girls' bathroom. You bar the door as Patty gets out her cell phone.
Come on. Come on. Go through.
Patty shakes her cell phone like a magical charm. There's a voice on the other line.
Dad. Dad. Shut up. Shut up and listen. Are you listening, Dad?
Like her phone has no cat ears. Or it's also a taser combination, phone taser.
Could be a phone taser. You need to bring everyone to the school that you can. You need to call a National Guard. No. Dad. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Dad, listen to me. You have to bring guns. You have to bring everyone. Something horrible is happening. Zombies or something. And no, I'm not joking. Dad, I'm going to die if you can't get people here. And I don't mean you. I mean, we need as many guns as possible. Kids are dying. They're ripping each other apart. They're...
She can't keep a hold of the phone. It slips out of her hand and hits the floor. Patty folds up with it, tears pouring down her face. The gun is slipping to the floor as well.
Dad. Daddy.
The phone sputters. Patty's father, the sheriff, clearly calling out to her daughter to know what's going on. I guess I'll just hold Patty at this point. I'm trying to think which is the best, most useful thing to do at this point. You grab Patty and hold her close.
I don't want to die.
I'm here.
But...
I'm here, it's okay. You squeeze her so tight you're afraid you're hurting her, but after a few moments she squeezes you back.
we're not going to die here.
Oh shit! The door bursts open.
Oh no.
Two zombies suddenly throwing their weight against it breaks the door down. Bang, bang. They both fall. Patty's gun back in her hand. She picks up the phone.
Dad, yes, the south entrance. We'll meet you there.
The two of you stand together. I think she has one bullet left. Yeah.
One bullet left. And the south entrance is a long way from here. I don't know if we'll make it.
Patty gives you her best smile.
But I'm glad if we're going to try this with anyone, it's you. On 3, we go and run as fast as we can until we make it or don't.
You nod.
Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
The two of you rush out of the bathroom and down the halls, not knowing if you'll make it. Two shots, one opportunity. Scene first, ending with Patty. Oh my god, it's happening. Witness the outbreak.
That was intense. Let's make some changes and see what happens. Wow.
Look, they're all back to 0.
Oh my goodness.
Do we keep going or do we end here?
I'm gonna have to end.
Alright.
What time is it? Oh yeah, I got work tomorrow, so.
But I'm guessing we have to beat the game multiple times to see the true ending, right? Because we got the first ending
Yeah,
with
because
Patty.
you got 4. Yeah.
Yeah, we basically have to
Yeah, but at
sleep.
least the 4 girls,
We have to
maybe
sleep
the
with every
teacher.
girl, sleep with the teacher, sleep with Oriana.
Jill?
Jill, yeah, maybe sleep with Jill as well. Alright, let me get the ending screen. Interact.
Wow, there's 47 more
Achievements.
things to win. Oh, 47 plus those 6. So 53. Oh, hey, first cat, but I'm not really on there. So, alright. Good night, Nebu.
Good night, Jubilee. Thank you. See you later.
Bye.
And thank you everyone for watching. That was Date Z with Jubilee. My regular schedule is top left corner of the screen. Every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. That's about 1.5 hours ago in your time zone. We have the Steph's Thursday stream where we play puzzle games, hidden object games, that sort of stuff with my co-host Stephanie. I think this Thursday she's prepared a crossword for us to solve. So that should be fun. And every Saturday, 6 p.m. Pacific. That's about 3 hours ago in your time zone. We have the solo Saturday stream where I play a random game from my review queue. We got the Discord. Join the Discord for updates to the schedule and any announcements for off-schedule streams. I think we have a stream every day this week. So today is Monday, so Tuesday, tomorrow, 6 p.m. We're going to be playing Bang on Balls with Yanni. Wednesday, 6 p.m. we'll be playing Utopia Must Fall. Thursday, 7:30 p.m. is the regular Steph stream. Friday, 6 p.m. last stream fishing, and then Saturday, 6 p.m. we'll be playing Demon's Mirror. So yeah, so look forward to that. And I think that's it. So thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of the cat parade while I look for someone to raid.